I have a brand new biblical question for you, but I want to just briefly go over last week's biblical question because we didn't give it any real justice on yesterday. We got into so many other things, so I didn't really get into it the way I wanted to. Last week, biblical question: what's the difference between a Christian and an atheist? What's the difference between a Christian and an atheist? What an amazing question, huh? What I've come to realize is that there is no difference between a Christian and an atheist. Zero difference. Christians are atheists. There's no difference. An example, and I got proof. I'm not just making it up and can't say why. I'm not making it up. There's no difference between a Christian and an atheist. For an example, Christians still have pain, just like atheists. Atheists have pain, and so does Christians. And so do Christians. And I'm not talking about physical pain. I'm talking about inner pain. Christians have fear. They have doubts. They have anger. They worry. They look for love. They're lonely. They have suicidal thoughts. They have suicidal thoughts. They have the same thing. They judge. Christians judge just like atheists. Christians are atheists. There's no difference in them. And the Christian will hide behind the title Christian, but when you really, when you start working on yourself, you'll see that you're no different than an atheist. You're as miserable as an atheist. A Christian judge in their mind, in their eyes, words, gestures, and emotions. That's no different than an atheist. It's the same thing. A Christian will quote the Bible. They will quote the Bible. But they're no different than they still go home and cry at night. They still have fear. So the answer to what's the difference between a Christian and an atheist? Zero. No difference. And they both have ideas about God and his son Jesus. A Christian would say that I believe in Jesus. But it's just an idea. Nothing has changed in their heart. Their hearts are still wicked. Atheist said, well, I used to believe in Jesus, now I don't. Another idea. And their hearts are still wicked. So there's no difference between a Christian and an atheist. Isn't that amazing? But you were thinking that there was a difference, and Christians think so too, because they can't see. They got the Word. In the beginning, there was the Word was God, God was the Word, and the Word was with God, and God was the Word. They'll tell you that really fast. And their hearts are wicked. They still have pain. Christians don't, as atheists, Christians don't believe, as do atheists, Christians don't believe that you can have perfect peace. I'm stunned. When I hear that now, I hear from nearly every Christian, no, I don't have no perfect peace. Well, I'm only human. My flesh is weak. Christians don't even believe that you can have perfect peace right here and now on earth. They're still waiting for something to happen. They're living in the revelation time. In their mind, revelation has already happened. What the? And they're still living in it, waiting. I keep waiting, waiting for the Lord to come. I keep on waiting, waiting for the Lord to come. They're waiting, and he has already come. He has already come, and they're waiting. Christians, just as atheists, don't believe the kingdom of heaven is within. They don't believe it is done. It is finished. They don't believe it. Isn't that amazing? Christians don't believe that you can have perfect love. Just like an atheist. So, there's no difference between a Christian and an atheist. Brand new biblical question. And you can listen to more of that by going to rebuildingtheman.com/church. rebuildingtheman.com/church. There's no difference between an atheist and a Christian. Zero. You like the Christmas background in the back? Isn't that so nice? It feels like Christmas. You see her son dog on that picture up there on the wall? That's her son dog. Amazing. Clean out your chimneys because Santa is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. And he's not going to be crippled. You're not going to have this kind of Santa Claus coming down your chimney, don't worry. Isn't that something? They make a black Santa and they make him handicapped. They gave you a handicapped Santa, a black Santa. This is a DEI Santa. Isn't that amazing? A DEI Santa. Brand new biblical question. And this is a Mamma Mia, hola, si senor, Guantanamala biblical question. It's a doozy. Have you discovered the traitor in you? Have you discovered the traitor in you? That's so deep. You're going to want to slap your mama when you realize this. Have you discovered the traitor in you? Isn't that amazing? There is so much that you don't know about yourself that is not even funny. You think you're good. You ain't no good. Ain't nothing good in human nature. So that's the brand new biblical question. Men's Forum this month, by the way. December 1st already. This week. And this is the last one for this year. It's going out with a bang. We had some amazing Men's Forum. I can't begin to tell you how amazing the men and women forum was this year so far. It was like it stepped up to another level. And the men and the women are committed to working on themselves. Isn't that amazing? So, Men's Forum this Thursday night, the last one for the year. So come on down, guys. At 7 p.m. Pacific time. What a spiritual battle, but it is so much fun working on it. You should be enjoying working on yourself. That's right. You should be enjoying it. If you don't enjoy working on yourself, who will? Nobody care about you. They ain't going to help you. What the? Your family member don't care about you. Your husband, your wife don't care about you. Your friends don't care about you. Your coworkers don't care about you. Your bosses don't care about you. The government clearly doesn't care two hooping on a holler about you. Why not you have mercy on you and take care of yourself? Have a little mercy on yourself. I know that Joel loves mercy and grace, but you need to have mercy on yourself. Why don't you have mercy on yourself? You ever think about that? You always talk about having mercy on everybody else. How about having it on you? So did you hear that Joe Biden pardoned his son, Hunter Biden, over the weekend? And remember, Joe Biden was saying that he was not going to pardon his son, and he would ask a couple of times or so, Joe, are you going to pardon your son? No, I'm not going to do it. No. I'm not going to do it, he said. And then, according to the report, Joe Biden pardoned his son over the weekend. It's been said he decided over Thanksgiving to pardon his son. But other reports said that he was looking into it back in June to pardon his son, looking into it. And he pardoned his son of everything, and according to the report. And you can't come up with something later. The turkey has been pardoned. This is from today. And they say that he pardoned his son, and then he took off to another country somewhere. His son, the press secretary, that little black guy, and anybody else that can respond. So no press conference, no, you don't even get a chance to ask him about it. He gone. He went out of town, according to the report. Ain't no use of praying for Joe. He gone. Today, this is from today, President Joe Biden has issued a full and unconditional pardon. Now, you know you pardon when it's full and unconditional. You've been pardoned. Sounds like something Jesus did. I say he pardoned us for all of our sins. He wiped them away. Think about that. Joe Biden played Jesus. A full and unconditional pardon. Doesn't that sound like Jesus? Jesus said, it's done, it's completed. All of your sins have been wiped away. You're no longer guilty. And he took a trip back to heaven. He went far away. He went all the way back to glory. He said it's done. So anyway, full and unconditional pardon to his son Hunter after previously pledging he never would. The surprise decision came just days before Hunter Biden was set to be sentenced in 2 criminal cases. Watch this from today.
Overnight, President Biden not answering questions as he boarded Air Force One for an overseas trip to Africa. It comes just hours after he signed a full and unconditional pardon for his son Hunter Biden, saying in a written statement that the facts of the cases show, quote, Hunter was singled out only because he is my son, and that is wrong. Adding, in trying to break Hunter, they've tried to break me. Enough is enough. The pardon sweeping, covering offenses that Hunter Biden, quote, has committed or may have committed or taken part in over the past 11 years, including but not limited to all offenses charged or prosecuted. Hunter Biden was scheduled to be sentenced this month for his conviction on federal gun charges and separately for a criminal case in which he pleaded guilty to federal tax evasion. The pardon, a striking reversal for the president.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes, I will not pardon him.
White House aides, even after the election, had also repeatedly said Biden would not pardon his son.
We've been asked that question multiple times. Our answer stands, which is no.
But as NBC News first reported, the president did decide to reverse course over the holiday weekend at his family's annual Thanksgiving getaway in Nantucket. In a statement, Hunter Biden writing, "I will never take the clemency I've been given today for granted."
I always love my daddy. He's my favorite dad. I always love my daddy. He's my favorite dad. Oh, dad always pardon you. Doesn't matter what you done. He always say, I forgive you, son. Hello and goodbye.
That's why I love Jesus, y'all.
That's why I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. A full and unconditional pardon. That's all the way. It can't get any better than that. So now Trump and nobody else can come after that boy, Hunter. And then Joe took a trip. He's like, you know what? I'm partying you today, son, and we going to Africa tomorrow. Pack your bags. We going to celebrate. And so I'm saying Biden is facing the criticism from some Republicans and Democrats, like Biden care. What the? Biden doesn't care about that. Watch this from today.
President-elect Trump, meanwhile, questioning whether Biden would pardon those imprisoned for the January 6th attack on the Capitol, writing on social media, such an abuse and miscarriage of justice. Many Republicans blasting the president's decision. Senator Tom Cotton arguing most Americans can sympathize with the father's decision to pardon his son, even if they disagree. What they can't forgive is Biden lying about it repeatedly before the election. Biden also facing criticism from some Democrats, including Colorado Governor Jared Polis, who wrote he understood Biden's motivations as a father, but, quote, I am disappointed that he put his family ahead of his country.
When did he put the country first? I don't remember Biden ever putting America first. That's Trump's job, America first. With Biden administration, it has truly been America last. Or at all. None at all. So Biden doesn't care about the criticism. Biden doesn't even know you have the criticism. He doesn't know you criticize. His wife got to tell him, they criticize you, honey. Who? They are? Who? The government, man. You're still in government. What government? They're criticizing you because you pardon your boy, your son. I pardon my son if I want to. I do what I want. Well, you say he's wrong, Nick? I just want to hear one of my experts. I want to ask Nick, the anchor baby. He's back.
Moaning.
The anchor baby with all. I don't know if you want me to say where you went.
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
But
Georgia, oh my.
Big time.
How was the weather down there?
Cold.
Oh, cold.
Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you disagree with Biden pardoning his son?
Oh, what was I telling you this morning? I know it is like a miscarriage of justice, but they were saying on Fox and all over there, like, this shows how much he hates the American people. But I was telling you, but I think it's just using his, corruption and wanting to pardon your son. And you said something like, this is what they do.
Yeah.
This is what presidents do.
They all do it.
Yeah.
They all do it. Bill Clinton pardoned his brother, I believe, or brother-in-law, one of those. But definitely a close family member. He pardoned him before he left.
There's something mafiosi about it that makes me like it, but I don't know if I could call it right. It's, mafia, like, yeah, I don't care what the Democrats think. Yeah, that's my son. I'm going to get him out. I'm busting you out, son.
That's right. When I become president, I'm going to pardon my everybody. I'm going to pardon everybody and their mama. And then if they're white that's who need pardon, I'm going to pardon everybody and their mama. But no, this is what presidents do. Whether you agree with it or not, it is what they do. Even the great white hope did some potting before he left the White House the first time around.
And you told me Bill Clinton?
Yeah, Bill Clinton and everybody else. So it's not new. Now, whether you agree with us or not, it's a different story, but it's not new. Carol is a first-time caller out of Savannah, Georgia. Did you see Nick down there? Carol. Hey, Carol. Carol. Is it Carol? Okay, Carol, hold on.
Hello, Jesse. Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All this well. Did you see Nick? He was just down there the other day.
No, I did not. I didn't know he was here.
Oh,
I would love to see him.
Yeah, he was. Next time he come to town, we're going to let everybody know. That way you can meet him at a big cafe and he can give everybody a little talk.
Awesome. That sounds great.
Right on. Thanks for calling. Go ahead.
Well, Jesse, I listen to you all the time. I really follow a lot of the things that you say. They just resonate with me, and they make so much sense, you know? I do the silent prayers every day, every evening for 30 minutes. And so I came across a situation that I'm in that I really am having a hard time handling and just getting the thoughts under control. And I just really needed your input on it.
Okay.
Well, the situation is I have...
Speak right into your phone, Carol.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So the situation, I live with a man. We are not married. He told me we were spiritually married, but anyway. We are... yeah. So we are not married, but now, you know, he dropped his bombshell on me. He wants me to be his roommate. It's like, don't move out, don't leave, just stay here, be the roommate, sit in the second spare room. So, I'm not really sure how to handle that situation.
Come back to the phone. You keep drifting away from your phone. Speak right into it.
Okay. How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me better?
Yeah, but just stay right with the phone, okay?
Okay.
Are you on the speakerphone?
I am now. Yeah.
No, get off the speakerphone, Karen. That's what make it worse. And speak right into the phone.
Okay. How about now?
Okay. Are you black?
Yes, I'm black.
Oh, no wonder.
What?
But go ahead. Now your boyfriend, the ex, wants you to be a roommate and not a girlfriend. He didn't marry you because it was spiritual. Now he wants you to be a roommate and not a girlfriend?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Okay.
And, okay, I just feel like I'm confused. I don't know. Emotionally, I should be able to handle that, right? But emotionally, I can't.
What are you confused about?
Whether to stay or whether to go.
Why are you confused about that? The man don't want you no more. He never did marry you, so he never really wanted you. He just wanted something from you. He got that. Now he doesn't even want that. Why are you confused about moving on?
Well, I just established, I don't know. I just feel like it would be convenient for me to stay here, you know, rather than go out and find a place of my own. And, you know, he is not giving me any problems or anything. I'm free to come and go. And
but when he start bringing women to the house, will you be happy with that?
Oh no.
And then why would you want to
work?
So then why would you want to stay in that condition? Then you're not going to be happy because he will be bringing women around.
Wow. Because he told me he's not interested in seeing anyone else, and that's not the reason why he wants it to be platonic now. You know, it has nothing to do with anybody else.
But why don't you move on and start living your life and working on you? Why are you putting up with any uncomfortable situation?
I don't know. Because I feel like I should be able to. I don't want to be emotional and just run off.
You don't have to be emotional to move. Hold on a minute, okay? Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. We've been lied to for so long. You told Harpo to beat me. All my life, I've been beat by men. My daddy, my brothers, my uncles, my cousins. I ain't gonna take it no more. Carol ain't gonna take it no more either. Out of Savannah, Georgia. I had to put Carol on hold. Let's see here. Carol, it's Carol.
Hey, Jesse.
Okay, so you living with a guy who said he's gonna marry you. He didn't marry you. He said you had a spiritual relationship. Now he said, "I don't want to be with you at all. Let's be roommates."
Exactly. Yeah, and it's so ironic that today is Female Month.
That's right, Female Monday. And so your question for me is what?
Well, I think you answered my question, Jesse. I had a chance to think about it, too, while I was on hold. You made it so simple. You said, why am I even putting up with an uncomfortable, situation? So I really had a chance to think about that while you had me on hold, and I just don't really have a good reason, other than he's telling me, well, it's not practical to just leave because we're in this lease together and things like that. And he's making me feel like I'm not being practical because I'm leaving.
And why are you falling for that?
Because I don't want to be doing things out of emotions. He's telling me that my emotions are making me want to leave. And
who is telling you that?
Away from being,
how is your emotions make you want to leave? You got with a guy who said he was going to marry you. He did not marry you. Right. He's now saying, let's be roommates. He's done with you. He's now saying, let's be a roommate. How is it emotional to move and have your own life? That doesn't make sense.
You're right. It does,
no,
doesn't make sense.
That was a question.
Well, I've been in confusion about it.
Why?
Don't know. To me, it makes... I guess that's the traitor in me, the confusion.
And why are you listening to the traitor in you?
Because it wants what it wants, It just wants to hear. It wants what it wants.
And what do you want?
For things to turn out the way that I planned.
And how's that?
To have a life with this person, to fit,
But you're not going to have that with him.
And then so now I guess a part of me doesn't really want to or doesn't know how to. Let that go.
Have you, do you feel rejected by him now?
Oh, very much so. I mean, he is just like sailing along, eating a sandwich like nothing. And I'm the one all in a tizzy and all upset, he's fine. Just like sleeping good, eating good and everything.
And you feel rejected?
Very much.
And go ahead.
And then on top of the rejection, he kind of makes me feel like it's my fault that I'm in the friend zone, that I put myself there because I'm this person or that person, like kind of assassinating my character too at the same time.
Like you, what kind of person are you saying?
That I'm too that I'm too jealous. I'm not trusting. I'm not this and I'm not that. And I don't trust.
And are those things true about you?
Yeah, they are now. I didn't start out that way, but I probably can say, yes, that's the case. Nope, I don't trust them. No, I don't. I probably am kind of volatile right now. I probably am because I'm angry.
And is it his fault that you're feeling all those emotions and that you live with him without being married? You gave up your body without being married to him. Is it his fault that you got yourself into that condition?
Yes. I feel like it's his fault.
How is it his fault?
Because he misled me.
But he didn't make... Go ahead.
He convinced me that we were spiritually married, first of all, because I did refrain. I had refrained for 5 years. And he convinced me that we were spiritually married. And so now that we can consummate the marriage.
And
Yeah,
you didn't know that you weren't really married? You didn't have sense enough to know that on your own?
This guy talks about God. He talks about the Bible. He talks about spirituality. I thought he knew what he was talking about.
Had you gone down to a preacher and did some vows?
No.
And then why
absolutely
did you
not.
believe it then? And you ain't nobody married you. Why did you believe anything other than that?
Because he said that, that going to have the government marry you, that's man's law. That's not God's law. And in the eyes of God is what counts, not what man.
But why did you believe what he believed?
I wanted it to make sense. I wanted it to.
So you wanted to believe a
so.
lie. You wanted to believe it.
I wanted to believe
Is
that
it-
is the truth. I have to really, yeah.
And is it his fault that you wanted to believe a lie?
I take responsibility for that. I knew better. Deep down inside, I knew that was not correct.
And
Deep down inside.
so why do you blame him for anything that you have done?
I guess I was kind of hoping he meant what he said. I'm kind of hoping he would come around and,
And why?
I guess I thought he would change his mind and we would eventually be married for real.
And is it his fault that you were consulting with the devil and hoping for something that was never going to happen?
No.
And so you can't
But
be
I
mad at
didn't
him about that then?
I had help.
So I know?
I didn't convince myself of it. I had help.
Who helped you?
He did.
No, the devil
No,
helped you. You wanted to believe him, so the devil helped you. Because think about this. You're a grown woman. You moved in with a man that said, I'm going to marry you. He didn't marry you. He said, okay, don't worry, we spiritual married. You believed it. You wanted to believe it. Now he's telling you left me a roommate. And now you're questioning whether you should move out or not. All that is in you and on you. You can't blame him for any of that. You were screwed up when he met you.
You sound like him now.
What? Meaning what?
That's exactly what he said to me.
Weren't you already screwed up when he met you?
That's what he told me. I guess it's true. I guess I wasn't as put together as I thought I was.
And so why did you think you were put together before you met him?
Because I was going to church. I had been celibate for 5 years. I had stopped doing a lot of things that I wasn't doing no more. I had changed my life around. I was chilling. I was taking care of myself. I was, doing good.
And yet,
I was living a good life.
And yet you had an evil heart. You were cleaning the glass on the outside and doing nothing for it on the inside. You still had a wicked heart. You had an angry heart, and you're looking for love.
Wow, it just seems really, it's kind of frustrating when you do all of that and you still end up in the same situation. You still end up in the same fix.
Because all you're doing is dressing up on the outside, but inside you're still dirty and evil. And you're still trying to find somebody or something to make you free on the inside, and that's not going to work. You got to clean the inside. You want to be free?
I do.
Then
I want to be free on the inside.
Then drop your anger.
Who am I angry at? I wasn't angry at anyone that I know of.
You angry at your
I
mama?
forgave my dad.
You told him?
I told my dad. Yeah, I told my dad I forgive him for not being there to protect me from my mom. And, yeah, I did.
And did you forgive your mother, too?
My mother is already deceased, so I didn't know what to do about that.
Okay, realize she screwed you up. And she couldn't help it, just like you couldn't help but fall into the situation you're in. Something else is driving you, and that same something else was driving your mother. And she had nothing to give. She gave you all she had. And just forgive her, and God will forgive you.
I will.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Absolutely. I do the silent prayer every morning. I set my clock for 30 minutes, and I do it every evening, for 30 minutes.
And during the
Yes.
day,
I
practice.
don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know what to really say during the silent prayer. I'm thankful a lot.
You're
I
not supposed to
think
say anything. You're supposed to watch.
watch for the thought.
Yes, just watch those thoughts. And it's the light of God that's causing you to see the thoughts, so you can see that it's not you, you're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, you're not your body, you're none of those things, and that there's not one person on earth that can give you love because they don't have love. And so you stop looking for that, and the Father will fulfill you with His love.
Okay. I will. Some things have been revealed to me since I have been doing the silent prayer.
Come back to your phone.
I must admit.
Come back to your phone. You got an Obama phone?
I must admit that some things have been revealed to me. I'm understanding that I'm full of anger, like you said.
Yeah.
I'm an envious person. Things like that that's being revealed to me, through the silent prayer. I'm noticing my thoughts.
Come back to your phone. Stay close to your phone.
Oh, okay. I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Some things have been revealed to me through the silent prayer, like that I'm angry, that I'm envious. I'm an envious type person, judgmental, things like that I didn't want to admit to. I have had to see that, silent prayer.
Yeah. You're evil, and before you met this man, you were going to church, you were dressing up, you were working, you were like the cat's meow, right? Meow, right? But in your heart, you were still evil. You had not dealt with that. Now you have a chance to deal with that. You must be born again of the heart. Salvation of the heart. And I would just wish this man well. If I were you, I would recommend you wish him well. You move out and you start working on you and just live your life. And don't look for love from anyone.
Okay.
But don't be mad at this man because it's not his fault that you were already screwed up. And it's not your fault that he was screwed up. And so he have a right not to want you now. And you have a right to move on, and you would be wrong to be blaming him or mad at him about anything.
Okay. All right.
He didn't make you that way. You were already that way. And all he did was brought out what was in you.
Yeah, he brought it all the way out. Stuff that I thought I had overcame.
Yeah.
And he brought it it all came rushing back. It took me all the way back, 5 years back to the past.
So be glad to see it and stay with the silent prayer. Practice being present, being aware of those thoughts, and just relax and let them, they'll pass. God will take them away. And I promise you, you'll have paradise on earth. You'll have perfect peace. And if God give you a husband, it'll be fine. If he doesn't, it'll be fine. It's not uncommon, unnatural for a woman to want to be married and have a family. But it's unnatural to put that first. You should not put anything first but seeking what's right. Meaning overcoming the imagination and the evil of your heart.
Okay, Jesse, I will. I'll stay with it. And I'll do just that. And thank you so much, Jesse, for giving me the insight and the courage to do what I have to do. This is really hard.
I understand. But it's only because you're living off ideas about this man and not reality. In your mind, you say, oh, my God, I loved him, and I thought he loved me, and we used to be so good together, and we used to have the best and now he don't want it no more, and he don't love me. He gonna be with other women. You're living off ideas about this man, and he never cared about you, and you never cared about him.
Wow.
Two devils together trying to get something from each other, which was love, and neither had it to give. So be glad. Don't be mad at him. Don't argue with him. Do what you want. If you can afford to move, I recommend you move. get your own little place, and just continue to work on you. Do the silent prayer watch and go to work and save your money and just take it one day at a time. And I promise you, I don't even have the words to tell you that you have the life you would live from within. And as far as this guy, don't argue with him anymore. Let him go. He has a right not to want to be with you anymore. And you shouldn't want anybody that badly that you feel something about it. It's so wrong with you for feeling something about someone wanting to leave you. They don't want to be with you. Okay, fine. Bye.
Right. That's the attitude that I should have.
Absolutely.
You're right.
But get out of your thoughts about your relationship with that guy. It's all fake. And that's what the devil is doing. He's giving you these memories about it. And in those memories, you're fantasizing and it's not real.
Okay.
This guy never wanted you. That's why he ain't marry you.
Right. Yeah. I see that now. It's just so hard for me to wrap my head around it. But
well, you better wrap it around. Otherwise, you're going to make a fool out of yourself and stay there. And it's only going to get worse because it's going to get worse. Meaning that he's going to live his life. He's going to bring women in or he's going to stay out all night with women. And you're going to be tripping.
Yeah, you're right. I probably would. I know I would.
No, you would.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're going to be tripping.
I wouldn't be able to handle that. I know that.
Right.
So, you're right. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to move on.
Yeah, move on. And don't be mad at him. It's not his fault that you were blind.
I see. You're right. That's the truth, isn't it? That is the truth. That is the actual truth. Truth hurts.
I'm sorry?
That's the action. I said, that is the truth. I wanted to blame it all on him, you know. I wanted to see everything he had done wrong and said wrong and misled me. But I see that I misled myself. And
you did, and it happened in your mind. You believe thoughts. The thoughts told you this is a good man. The thoughts told you, oh, we are spiritually married. The thoughts tell you one day he will marry me. The thoughts tell you, oh, this is going to last forever. You believe the imagination. You were consulting with the devil.
Oh, my God. That's scary to think about, Jesse, you know? And here I am thinking I'm such a spiritual person and keeping company with a spiritual person and just not. That's very scary thought.
Well, be glad to see it. Today is a brand new day. Today is a brand new beginning. God does not remember yesterday, and you should not either. God does not remember tomorrow, and you shouldn't either. Live right now. This is a brand new start right now. Every day is a new, renewed day. It's a brand new day.
Okay. All right.
Come back to your phone.
No, I was just saying, okay, all right. I feel like I'm, yeah.
And stop listening to thoughts. They're lying to you.
Okay, I will.
Let me know how it goes, Karen. Get out of there. And don't be mad. Just say, I'm moving. You give him a notice so he'll know you're moving. I'm moving. And don't argue why. Don't be mad at him. Keep your eyes on you. And I promise you, the kingdom of heaven will be yours right here on earth.
Amazing.
Oh, amazing.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jesse.
You're welcome. Let me know how it goes.
I will.
Okay.
Take care.
All right,
love
you
y'all.
too. All right, now. Oh, amazing. Let me go quickly to Savannah out of Los Angeles, first-time caller. Savannah, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hello, Jesse. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for calling.
So, you know what's very wild? I just watched myself try to come up with the perfect thing to say to you on the show.
Amazing.
And it's just something else. I've been really watching my thoughts, and it's not like I wake up and do the silent prayer just day and night, like just when I wake up, just when I go to bed, but all day. Like I find myself going into my imagination all day. And it's so fun, actually, to witness and just to bring myself out and be like, hey, we're here, we're in this body, we're here on earth, like, get out of the thoughts. And I have seen such beautiful changes. I cannot wait to see what else unfolds. I don't know exactly what will, but I know it's going to be perfect. I forgave my mom quite some time ago. A wonderful man actually led me to your show.
Did you tell
I met
her?
you before.
Did you tell your mother you forgive her?
I did.
And what did she say?
Oh, she went off. She hated it, of course. But you know what's funny, Jesse? Well, not funny, but there was a little, my daddy Satan, he came through me and he said, reach back out to your mom. Try to talk with her. Things will change. She'll be fine. It'll be good. I called her once. Whew. I was like, I cannot do that again.
Yeah,
I will
stay away
not
from
do
her.
that again.
Stay away from her.
Yes.
Just so. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, and why do you speak the way you speak?
I don't know. I just do.
But you speak like a scared Christian. Like, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Why don't you speak? No, did your mama intimidate you some when you were little?
Oh, completely. A lot.
I want to encourage you to change that phony voice because it sounds like you're trying to be nice or you're trying to present yourself as a good person. And it's just a way to manipulate people. So drop that voice.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Stop
You're totally
sounding
right.
like you're singing.
That's true.
You aware that you're doing that?
No, actually, there was an instance yesterday where I noticed, like, whoa, the way I'm presenting, it's just a little crazy.
And
I did actually notice that. And, I judged myself for it for a second. I was like, this doesn't sound right.
How were you presented? What you noticed? How were you presenting yourself? What did you notice? What did you see?
It was very similar to what I just did, actually. It was like, hi, nice to see you. Like, yes, it was just like that. Too high-pitched.
Yeah.
It just wasn't, wow. Thank you for that, Jesse. That is so true.
You tried to sound like a nice Christian. You ain't nice.
No. I definitely am far from nice. I've been noticing that pretty much every second, like a lot. Wow.
So I want to encourage you to be aware of that. Stop trying to sound nice. You don't have to try to sound mean either. You don't have to play tough. But you got to watch that voice so you can overcome that trauma, the fear of being yourself. You're afraid to be you because you want to appear nice. And it sounds like you're aware of it, so just be aware of that. And being aware of it, I promise you, Savannah, it will change by itself. The Father will change that because it's just fear.
Yeah, it totally is. It definitely is. It's fear, and it's not me. So thank you for that, Jesse. Thank you for saying that. Now I can go through my day and become even more aware of it.
Right.
I needed that reminder.
And don't let the devil tell you, well, if you speak up with a strong voice, the people they're going to think that you're mean. Or if you speak up, the people are not going to like you. That's just fear, and don't let fear control your life anymore.
Yes, thank you. You're right. You're totally right. Thanks so much.
And stay. Are you in Los Angeles?
I am. I'm very close to. I need to come to the Women's Forum.
Yeah, come to the Ladies Forum the third Thursday night of the month at 7 p.m. And then we have fellowship every Sunday morning for all.
Nice. Yes, I'll definitely come for sure. Wow. I'm so glad you just said that. I already feel, just that awareness. It changes everything.
It really does. And it comes from all your traumas. And now
Yeah.
you're still being dictated and controlled by anger. It tells you how to act. It tells you how to talk. Be nice, be sweet. But it's just a setup. And just be aware of it. But don't judge. Don't have any negative or good opinion about it. You just want to see it. All right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then if it continues, let's say you're speaking to someone and you're like, oh, nice. Oh, no.
Yeah.
How you? Yeah. You want to go to lunch?
Yes.
Oh.
That's seriously how it always sounds. Wow.
And what you do?
It's sounding like that right now. Man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But I want you to catch yourself in it. Catch yourself doing it. And when you catch yourself doing it, stop.
Okay.
Even if you have to stop speaking for a minute. Just stop and catch it. And when you catch it, it will be taken away from you. Because it's the light of God that is causing you to catch it. And he will take that phoniness away, all right?
Definitely.
Call me again, Savannah. I got to take a break. Mate, let me know how it goes.
Yes, I absolutely will.
Okay, now you sounded better already. What's up?
I know. Thanks, Jesse.
All right.
You're really helping the girl out.
Right on. Grandpa tell me about the good old days. You like the way Jesse is standing today? This is cool. He's offering the horse some watermelon.
He's getting the horse some electrolytes because he's about to go on he's going to ride hard next hour.
That's right. Amazing. Donald Trump is all over the place. And he's not even been sworn in yet. January 20th, I believe, which cannot come fast enough. So I heard briefly a report, I guess it was this morning, I think, where Donald Trump said something like, and so I don't have the exact words, you know, over there in Israel, I love Israel. If you have not gone to Israel, you do not deserve to go to heaven. One of the requirements to get into heaven must be and should be you must have visited Israel. And so when you get up to the pearly gate, the white gates, I know the blacks don't like the fact that the gates are white. The pearly gates are white, but they are. And you ring the gate, the heavenly bell to get in, and an angel come to the gate, and they look in the book, record book, to see your name. And they say, "Hey, how you? I'm all right. What you want? I want to get into heaven. Can you open these gates?" And the angel's going to ask, did you go to Israel while you were on earth? If you say no, the angel's going to say, well, you got to go back. You can't come up in here. You go straight down yonder to darkness, or you go back to the earth and you go to Israel, and then you come back. Really. When you go to Israel to visit, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to walk through the Bible. Walk through the Word. And you're going to love it. And then you're going to see all these amazing sights on your sightseeing trip thing. But anyway, Donald Trump says something like, what did you say, Nick? Did you hear about that?
I did.
What did he say?
He said
go ahead.
Yeah, he said there's going to be all hell to pay if they don't release them hostages over yonder.
Trump is like, he said this to the Allah Abba people. Remember when they attacked Israel and they captured a lot of the Jews, with some Jews, and they took them away, and some of them were killed. Some are still alive over there in Palestine.
You want me to read his Truth Social post?
Yes.
Check this out from Truth Social. Everybody is talking about the hostages who are being held so violently, inhumanely, and against the will of the entire world in the Middle East. But it's all talk and no action. Please let this truth serve to represent that if the hostages are not released prior to January 20th, 2025, the date that I proudly assume office as President of the United States, there will be all hell to pay in the Middle East and for those in charge who perpetrated these atrocities against humanity. Those responsible will be hit harder than anybody has been hit in the long storied history of the United States of America. Release the hostages now.
Wow. Donald Trump is a bad mother. Shut your mouth. But I'm talking about Trump, and we can dig it. Who's the man that won't back down when there's trouble all around? Trump. Oh, Trump is a bad. Shut your mouth. But I'm talking about Trump, and we can dig it. There are a lot of people, like, what? Let these people go. Trump is in town. Nick, you familiar with that song?
No.
Oh, have you never heard that?
How's it go?
Who's the man that won't back down when there's trouble all around?
Oh,
Trump.
I think I do know this one.
Donald Trump is a bad. Shut your mouth.
Is that Shaft?
Yeah. But I'm talking about Trump, and we can dig it.
I knew it was kind of black.
Huh?
I knew it was kind of black.
Uh-huh. Confused. Amazing. Donald Trump is like, you know what? I'm coming to town. Remind me of Mr. Dillon. You remember Mr. Dillon there?
No.
Oh, Lord.
No
How about
clue.
Chester?
Over my head. Don't know who those are.
What? No.
Mr. Chester?
Chester was the... Mr. Dillon is the sheriff of Dodge City. And and then Chester was the assistant police, whatever you call them. And those two guys were amazing. Don't mess with Mr. Dillon. I remember when we first got our black and white TV down in Alabama on that plantation, when the blacks claimed that, the blacks today claim we couldn't even get a TV. What a liar. We had a TV right away. As soon as they ran the wires down through the plantation, electric wires. And everybody, we were the only one with a TV for a while. And everyone on the plantation would come over to our house to watch TV. And they would watch Mr. Dillon, Dodge City. And the older people would love Mr. Dillon Chester. They would come over to watch this cowboy show. Grandpa tell me about the good old days. Now, most black and white people don't know about that because they've been hearing these lies that black people could hardly make it in those days. Gunsmoke, that was the name of the show. Gunsmoke, thank you. And the people today been lied to. They've been told, oh, prior to the civil rights movement, black people could barely function. They couldn't have anything. They had no freedom. We had a TV. We were the first one to get a TV on the plantation. And that was because my aunt and uncles had moved to Indiana and places like that, and they bought us a TV. It was a black and white TV. Amazing, huh? Grandpa tell me about the good old days. You like the way Jesse is standing today? This is cool. He's offering the horse some watermelon.
He's getting the horse some electrolytes because he's about to go on he's going to ride hard next hour.
That's right. Amazing. But anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about all that, but it's true. Oh, yeah, about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a bad Shut your mouth. Donald Trump, like, okay, You hold them until after I get in. You'll see. Like that whole Allah Uaba country gonna have hell to pay. Even that guy Justin Trudeau from Canada, or the beta, he up there kissing up at Trump, all down at Mar-a-Lago. Trump like, okay, we're gonna put a tariff on you if you don't do something about these illegal aliens coming in. He been getting away with all his little mess, Justin Trudeau, all this time. Now he down at Mar-a-Lago kissing the feet of Donald Trump. And then this little female Mexican so-called president, she tried to be bad. Trump like, oh, okay, we'll see, senorita. Did you hear that college freshmen's enrollment is on the decline in the U.S.? This is good news. It's a waste of time to go to college. It's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, and it's a waste of common sense. College is nothing but a waste of time. You go in there, I started to say, well, a little common sense, but now I have common sense going inside of college because they screw you up in high school now. But before, they were to teach you reading, writing, and arithmetic. And when you went to college, you went in with common sense, and you would come out dumb as a doorknob. So according to NBC News, new data shows that freshman enrollment in college has dropped for the first time since 2020. An ABC News anchor examined why high school graduates are passing over higher education and where they're heading instead. Watch it from NBC News.
It's epitomized in pop culture, a rousing high school graduation followed by a coming-of-age journey to college. But today, for the first time since 2020, U.S. college freshman enrollment is on the decline, more than 5% from last year. Put simply,
all the students who are actually in college this fall, that number has actually grown. New freshmen, particularly freshmen coming straight from high school, has declined quite dramatically.
Doug Shapiro is the executive director of the National Student Clearinghouse Research Center that released this enrollment data.
Why do you think we're seeing this dramatic shift in first-year student enrollment?
Well, I think there are a number of reasons. The financial aid situation or the affirmative action situation, but also a lot of students who I think are actively making a different choice about their futures.
Quick history lesson. Back in 2020, the coronavirus pandemic meant a rapid transition to online learning. First-year college student enrollment experienced an unprecedented one-year decline. Since then, schools have remained under pressure. In 2023, the Supreme Court struck down affirmative action, effectively ending admissions based on race.
Nice.
And earlier this year, the Department of Education came under scrutiny for their botched rollout of the new FAFSA form, the free application for federal student aid, in turn complicating the enrollment process for families.
How many schools accepted you?
5 or 6.
How many of them have told you whether or not they will offer financial aid?
None of them.
Amazing. It's a waste of time, money, and everything. And you're crazy for sending your kids to a college today, and especially you paying for it. If they want to go, you let them pay for it. Go and get yourself a trade. Go to trade school if you got to go to school, or find a company that you can work with for free for a while and learn a trade with that company. You can start your own business. You can work for someone with that nice trade and make real money. Get yourself some land. One thing leads to another one. Buy yourself some gold from Gold Co. JesseLoveGold.com. Thank God. In the good old days, they pushed trade schools or learning to a trade on the job. And then all of a sudden, oh, that's not enough education for you. Go to this expensive college and pay all that money and get your ego built by thinking that you're so important and you're so smart because you have a stupid, cheap piece of paper. What the? Right on. Here's just a little bit more of why college enrollment is down and who college enrollment is impacting. Watch this from NBC.
The FAFSA form was rocky this year, and it was delayed. We worked really hard with college counselors, financial aid advisors through the spring and summer to get people the help they need paying for college.
James Quall is the Undersecretary of Education at the Department of Ed. He says more students received federal aid this year and points to larger reasons for declining freshman enrollment.
There's a hot job market. There are questions about the value of college, and a lot of people are choosing shorter term credentials to get into a job market more quickly.
So that's insight into why college enrollment is down. As for who declining enrollment is impacting, four-year colleges with the most low-income students lost the most freshmen this year, and community colleges saw an increase, according to the study. Shapiro says freshman enrollment decline serves as an important harbinger of what's to come.
I think that suggests that we're not likely to see many of the missing freshmen this year get back onto the college.
Nice. Get a job, go to work, save your money. It's a waste of time. And ladies, the women love college because it gives them really a false sense of importance. Have you noticed when the ladies get degrees, they really think they're important? Like, what the? You were Susan before you went to college, and you're still Susan, you're still nobody. What the? Ego building. Get yourself a job. Don't let people tell you college is important. It's not. If college was important, if you go there and learn a trade, 1 or 2 years at best to learn a trade, and you're out of there. But they're teaching you to hate America. They having all these stupid protests on in college, shouting death to America. They tell you how to kill the unborn children. They tell you that there's that the white man is racist, and that men are weak and equal to women. All kind of mad. Why do you pay your money for something like that? Some black study class. It won't get you a piece of cornbread. They have DEI now. You don't have to qualify. You don't have to pass the SAT test or anything. Who wants that mess? Save your time and save your money. Good for you. Take control of your own life. Why not just take control of your life and live your life? Excuse me. Why are you so dumb that you let these stupid people with degrees tell you how to live? And they are wrong. They even have you taking medication for spiritual issues. You go to your therapist with a degree or a doctor or woman. Doctor, I'm depressed. Doctor, or psychiatrist or psychologist or counselor, I've been having suicidal thoughts. I'm lonely. I'm depressed. The doctor, oh, here's some pills. This will help you. Take these pills. And now you're stuck on the pills. And you're worse off. And years go by and you're worse. You didn't get better, you got worse because now you didn't deal with life at all. You escaped with the pills. And then you're afraid to miss one day from taking the pill because you got to deal with reality and you're not ready for reality. A little glimpse of reality comes in, you trip out. And now you got to take 3 or 4 more pills within that 1 hour, and it just gets worse. What's wrong with you? It's okay to take control of your own life and say, the hell with the world. Really. You don't have to explain it to anyone. What's wrong with living your own life? You have stupid people telling you everything now, how to eat, what to eat, when to eat, the kind of gifts to buy, what not to buy, where to go for a vacation, where not to go, how to raise your own children, how not to raise them. And you just don't have any control of anything. You have stupid people with stupid degrees telling you what to do, and it doesn't work. What a mess! I want to go to the cause, and I will in a minute, but I want to give you an example of what anger can make you do. It can make you do. This is from CBS. Nearly a week after David Mature was shot while trimming a tree outside his Minneapolis home, police have arrested his neighbor. Police said the harassment was racially motivated. Watch this from CBS.
People in Minneapolis want to know, why did it take police almost a week to arrest a white man accused of shooting and wounding his black neighbor? Now, the court documents allege this. A suspect, 54-year-old John Sawchek, harassed Davis Maturi for months before the shooting. This incident, by the way, was caught on video, and we have to give you a heads up on this. It's very disturbing to watch. The local police chief admits the department has failed Maturi, who is now recovering in the hospital.
This was the moment that Davis Maturi was shot while trimming a tree outside of his South Minneapolis home last Wednesday. Maturi was taken to the ER with a bullet stuck near his spine. Police and Maturi believe his next-door neighbor, John Sawchek, pulled the trigger.
I'm still in the hospital today because my neighbor shot me.
Maturi is now home recovering, and 5 days after the shooting,
John Sawchek, you are under arrest.
SWAT teams surrounded Sawchek's home, where there was a 5-hour standoff before Sawchek surrendered, booked on attempted murder, assault, stalking, and harassment charges. Maturi and his wife filed at least 19 police reports against Sawchek for months. The harassment, police say, was racially motivated.
Ghetto like you.
And included violent threats.
Saying like, hey, if you touch that tree, things are gonna come down on you, things are gonna happen to you.
Amazing. So according to the report, allegedly the neighbors live close together, as you can see there, and there was a tree that was a part of both of their yards. And so I guess it sounded like they had been fighting over this tree. The black guy was saying, hey, the tree coming in my yard, and they need to cut it down or cut it back or something. And then they were fighting over the tree. Anger. Anger. If you didn't have that anger, they could have come together and worked out a plan to resolve the tree issue. But the moment you respond to anger, you're not going to be able to make the right decision. Look at marriages and relationships. They don't work because the first thing you do is you get angry and you're controlled by that. You can't see what you're doing. The police department is facing backlash for not acting sooner. Watch this from CBS.
It's clear that me calling everybody and anybody hasn't really done much.
The police department is facing backlash for not acting sooner.
We failed this victim 100% because that should not have happened to him. The Minneapolis police somehow did not act urgently enough to prevent that individual from being shot.
What a pitiful police. That's a pitiful police. What a pity. Because it was a black man got shot by a white man. We should have acted earlier. I wonder would they be saying the same thing had the black man shot the white man. They wouldn't be about, oh, we would be acting earlier, the man would not have been shot. What a beta police. Beta! You gotta drop the anger, folks. Anger is evil. Anger bring on suicidal thoughts. Anger bring on false emotions. Do you know that emotions are not necessary? It's not necessary to be crying. Every time you cry, you lie. You're lying. You have been told wrong and taught wrong about emotion. This is what emotion does. It gets you killed or nearly killed or shot. Emotions are evil. Why can't you see that? I want to know quickly, then I'll get back to your calls. I want to know what you think about. This is a very, very interesting situation. It's a very interesting situation. What do you think about this situation? And some of you may have heard about it, and some of you may not. This is from News 5, Cleveland. An Ohio Amber Alert came to a violent end, according to this report. An Ohio Amber Alert came to a violent end with the man being sought in connection to a missing 7-year-old girl out of Jefferson County, killed during a police shooting in Medina Township. Watch this from News 5 Cleveland.
What was supposed to be a happy day for a little girl turned out to be one that she won't soon forget for all the wrong reasons. A statewide Amber Alert issued Monday near Steubenville ended in Medina County Monday night. Police say Charles Alexander did not have custody of his 7-year-old daughter.
The suspect initially tried to go to the school in Jefferson County to pick her up. The school was aware that he did not have custody, made a phone call, at which point the grandmother came and picked up the little girl and took her to her house. The suspect then left the school and went to the grandmother's house and forcibly abducted her.
The U.S. Marshals were tracking the suspect. The sheriff says they had information the two may be heading to Cuyahoga County. Police discovered Alexander's pickup truck abandoned at a hotel in Fairlawn. Police say he and his daughter changed vehicles and were in what they believe was a stolen U-Haul. That U-Haul spotted by an alert citizen in a Brunswick plaza.
One of our officers was literally around the corner from the initial call, pulled in and observed the vehicle. He didn't attempt to make contact with the subjects who were walking back to the vehicle. At that time, he determined it was probably Mr. Alexander. Mr. Alexander turned towards him. He yelled for him to stop. Mr. Alexander then jumped into the vehicle and fled the scene.
Amazing, huh? So according to the story, the man wanted to be with his daughter. And the government gave it to the grandparents to pick her up. The man couldn't pick up his own daughter. What do you think about that in the United States of America? Here's a little bit more on the story and how the man was captured from News 5 out of Cleveland.
That started a police pursuit. Watch as Alexander intentionally hits a Brunswick patrol car. A low-speed chase ended with stop sticks when the 43-year-old father was forced off 71 South onto Route 18 in Medina County. He called dispatchers.
I need them to not approach this car. Tell them I am going to off us both if they don't back off. Shots fired, shots fired.
Shots were fired at police, and it started a standoff in the parking lot of a restaurant. The sheriff says Alexander had a gun pointed at the little girl. She can be heard pleading with her father on the call to dispatchers, telling him that she doesn't want to go to heaven. He told dispatchers what he wanted.
I want to talk to her mother. I just want to talk to your mother.
Just stay here. Stay on the line. We don't need to do anything yet. We don't need to make any decisions yet. Just look, stay on the line.
Police say the little girl was sitting on her dad's lap as a sharpshooter from the Ohio State Highway Patrol Special Response Team shot and killed Alexander. The little girl, whose birthday was yesterday, was not hurt. She's been reunited with her mother.
Amazing, huh? 7 years old, according to the story, about to be 8. Just think about this. Now, I don't know all the inner details and all that, right? I don't know what's going on with the father and the mother. I don't know how did they get to that point. But I do want men to know that are going through this kind of stuff. You want to be with your child or your children, and you got to fight with the mother. Again, I don't know what their whole detail, but you got to give up the fight. You're not supposed to fight for anything except your life. And then you don't fight for that. You fight for it, but you fight it the right way. You fight by not fighting. But you got to not love anyone or anything more than what's right. Because these men, I don't know this guy's situation, but these men, they say, I love my children. I can't imagine my child being taken away from me and someone won't let me see my child, right? And they go out of the way, whatever it takes to be with the child. Again, I don't know their situation. But if you are married or you made a baby with some woman and she's trying to keep your child away from you, just know you deal with an evil woman. She's evil. And let it go. Okay, you can have the child. Bye. Don't let it be so important to you that you'll do anything for it. I don't know why they say you're pointing a gun at the child. And she's like, I don't want to go to heaven, Daddy. He's tripping. You got to drop the anger. You got to drop the anger so that nothing or no one can be so important to you that you'll do anything to have it or get it. Even your own children. Because that love you feel is not real love anyway. It's not even about the child. It's about you. Oh, I love her. I love my children. I miss my children. It's all about you. It's not about the kids. Human being love is never about anyone but themselves. It's never about who they say it's about. So drop your anger so you don't end up in these bad situations. And only seek the kingdom, meaning seek what's right. And you're going to only be able to do that by seeing what's wrong inside of you. You got to see what's wrong inside of you, and then right will appear. It really, really will. But you got to give right a chance. All we are saying is give right a chance. And it will take over. It will take over. But you got to invite it in. It's unfortunate, I guess. Well, I don't know if it's unfortunate, but amazing. If they try to take your children and they want you to spend all this money in court and you get a lawyer and all that, don't do that. Do what you want now, right? But I wouldn't recommend it. You're dealing with evil and it just become two devils fighting, and the court is not going to be on your side. And if you do finally get so-called visitation right or custody, you spent millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. You could have been buying yourself a house or some land or something, or started a business or something, buy some gold from Gold Co. I want to go to Rhea out of Canada. Rhea, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Thank you. Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Rhea.
You're my best friend. You don't know it, but you've helped me so much. So I'm going to be sure to donate, and I hope you make your $50,000.
Thank you. I appreciate
donation
it.
Match. Yeah, so I wanted to share how I was able to forgive my mom.
Okay.
Pretty much, I was always wondering, like, even if I do say I'm sorry to her, or not sorry, if I do say I forgive you to her, and she's not going to really understand, like, why I'm saying that. And it's not going to have any context for her. But, God is so good. So he just clearly made out this day for me where I went out. I was supposed to go to the movies with my parents. And, on the way there, my dad was like, oh, do you have the tickets? And my mom jumped in and she's like, oh, why are you asking her if you have the tickets, blah, blah, blah. And, that conversation continued with my father. Like, we'd be able to talk about, which theater we're going to. Anyways, he started driving, and I just tuned out because they started bickering, and we started driving to the wrong theater. So my dad's already upset, like, oh, why can't you just, like, let me talk and stuff like that. So after the movie, we're getting ready to leave, and my father, again, he's like, oh, just check you have your phone. Again, my mom jumps in, and she's like, why are you, bothering us? Well, she's just annoyed by him all the time.
What a bitch.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so then, sometimes I just freeze. Like, when that happens, I'm like 30 years old right now, and it's like I go back to my child self, and I can't think. And you know what's so funny? We get into the car, we start driving home, and I don't have my phone on me. And so my dad lost it then. Like, he was like, really, like, he was like yelling, and he's like, why doesn't anyone listen to me, blah, blah, blah. We get home, and my mom she still doesn't see, like, why it's, me having a conversation with my dad is, like, so important for, like, even day-to-day things. Like, she's just always jumping in the middle. So I was like, no, like, I was on my dad's side here. And then she's, like, all upset. And I don't know if she still sees it or not, but I just, like, separated from that situation. And I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time to say, like, I forgive you to her, because I could see she was feeling guilty a little bit. So I was able to say that to her. And then, I've just been feeling better about our relationship. So...
Right on. When you stay with it, you stay with it. And don't back down, meaning don't get angry at her. You speak up, but don't get angry.
Okay.
Why are you 30, right? Why are you still living at home?
Yeah, because I'm going to move soon. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking for a place right now.
I'm glad that you finally spoke up to her and forgave her. And you don't, as you know now, you don't need her to agree. You don't need her to understand it. You don't need any of that, because she's not ready for a change, right? She loves her misery.
No.
But it's you who can see that you resent her, and you apologize for that, and God will forgive you and make you free. You'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
And when you ask your... Go ahead.
Yeah, no, continue.
When you asked your father why didn't he protect you from her, what did he say?
Yeah, so that's the next thing, is I have to talk to him about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you
what
do
I was
it.
going to ask as well.
You said what now?
That's what I was going to ask about as well, is I don't know if you have any pointers about going about that, because me and my father, like, we're just like, we don't talk at all.
Ask him, hey Dad, why don't we talk? Hey Dad, why have you protected me from my mother? And hear him out, it's gonna blow your mind. And you're gonna shake in your boots, but just quietly, inwardly shaking your boots, and God would take the fear away. He will take it away.
I feel like I've let him down in a lot of ways.
Let who down?
So, my dad, my father, yeah.
No, you can't let him down. He let you down by not protecting you from your mother.
Okay.
You have not let him down. He let you down. You got to forgive him. And by understanding that he's afraid of your mother, he married his mother, and he doesn't know how to deal with her.
Yeah.
He loved you. He just doesn't know how to deal with your mother.
Yeah, I can see that.
I want you to ask him, and don't react to however he reacts, right? Hey, Dad, why do you protect me from my mother? Why? Why is it that you and I are not close? She won't let that happen. I want you to hear him out and let me know what he says.
Yeah, he can't do anything by himself. He's like fully dependent on her.
He married to Mama.
Yeah.
And he hate Mama.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing. Because they've been together forever.
I know.
And that's like ideal and for some people, but it's really not.
You could be together and married for 50, 60, 70, 80 years and live right in hell. It's all hell for 80 years. And people are like, oh, that's so nice. You stayed together for so long. you're agreeing to hell. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
You've been in hell for 80 years.
It's like they're just done learning about themselves, about the world. It's like,
Absolutely. Well, you stay with it, and stay with it. And let me know what happens when you talk to your father, all right?
yes, I will. Yeah, I have to tell him I'm going to move out soon, so that's going to be interesting. So hopefully I can have that conversation, and then, it's a lot happening right now.
Right on. Well, you stay working on you. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you so much.
All right, Ria, call me again.
I will.
Okay. Bye now. I am so out of time. Merry Christmas. I want to know, was this man right or wrong for this statement or comment? Was he right or wrong for this comment? This is from AZ Central. Was he right or wrong for this comment? I want to know. What do you think? This is from AZ Central. A Scottsdale man was arrested after a viral video posted on social media showed him telling a black man that he was in a no N-word zone. Hey, black man, you're in a no N-word zone. Get out of here with that mess. Watch this.
This is my home.
Okay, mine too. Why are you taking pictures
Where
of
do
me?
you live?
I live in Scottsdale. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Michigan plates?
Yeah. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Well, you know what? We've had problems here.
I don't care. You don't know me. Why are you taking pictures of me? And I don't know you. Do you know a lot of white men are doing racist things in this world, sir?
No.
You don't know that? You're not aware
I'm
of
a
that?
racist.
You are a racist.
I'm a racist.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay? So
what's
the
your
issue?
point? Why are you here?
Because this is a no zone.
Not really.
Oh, is it?
Not really, sir.
Tell me.
This not a not zone. I'm here. And what
But
I'm
you
about
don't
to
live
do,
here.
what I'm
But
about
you
to
don't
do,
live here.
I do. I stay here. What I'm about to do,
yeah.
Me and my friend, we about to record our video.
Okay.
And you not gonna do a motherfucking thing about it. Y'all hear me?
That's fine.
I'll tell you what.
That wasn't a white man. That was like a Japanese or something. Ooh, Asian. Oh, rice. He wasn't white, was he?
Yeah, that was an Asian man.
He was like, this is a...
But he's white on the inside.
Oh. He said, I'm a racist.
Yeah.
I love that.
This is a classic.
No shame in his game. This man said, I'm a racist. Asians don't play around with the blacks. They don't play around. Because they have gone through hell when they moved here from their country and they ended up in the black community and they tried to start businesses and things like that. The blacks would go in there, not all blacks, of course. Not all, but most. Would go in and rob the stores and fight with the Asians and destroy their business. They gave just like they did the whites and the Mexicans, they did the same thing to the Italian people. Anyone that goes into the black community and try to start a business, you can hang it up. Whites on, whites off. I'm told that's what they say in the chat. That's right. The man said, I'm a racist. Yes. What you doing in our neighborhood? This is a no N-word zone. He's straight up. No other races want blacks in their neighborhood. They don't want it. Remember in what was that? Louisiana. The white people got so fed up that they said, we are leaving the hood here. We're going to leave the inner city. We're going out. We're going to build our own white neighborhood, our own government, our own taxes. And that we ain't paying no more taxes in the hood. It's too much problem. Too many issues. That Asian man said, I'm a racist. What you doing in this neighborhood? This is an N-word neighborhood. No N-word neighborhood. He really said the word, too. I'm being told that, unfortunately, he was reportedly arrested for disorderly conduct. and a woman who owned a business right there distanced herself from him, and he was fired from his company. Is that true? Where you get that from, James? Or according to AZ Central. That's horrible if that's true. That should not happen. This man has a right to say who we want in his neighborhood, especially with people that you know are violent, destructive, and do not take care of neighborhoods. If you can't look out for you, for yourself, who will? And he's been arrested. That's horrible. I want to show you this one more time. In case you just tune in or it went by really fast. This is what I call the golden era in America. When white people were not afraid to say what they needed to say, no matter what the color was, right? And black people were not afraid to say what they needed to say. They looked out for their families. They looked out for their neighborhoods. And it didn't matter what color you were. If you were bad, they didn't want you in the neighborhood. Black people would tell another black people, you ain't coming over here. You bad. I don't want my kids playing with you. You're bad. Your folks ain't no good. And now you say that they call it racist. That's dumb. So in case you missed it, what do you think about this guy's comment? Was he right or was he wrong? And you see how angry the person that's videoing the tape, that's doing the video, he's ticked. He's angry. Black people love being angry. They rush to anger right away. And they become overwhelmed with anger. Have you noticed that? Black people become overwhelmed with anger because they love that overwhelming feeling of anger. It feels like life to them. That's why they rush to it. That overwhelming feeling, that emotion feels good to the blacks. And they'll snap just like that. Because they hunger and thirst after that feeling, that thrill. They're not, and some are trying to overcome now because they understand if they want to be free, they got to forgive their mothers because they got it from their mothers and grandmothers. But I want you to notice how quickly the camera guy rushed to anger. So apparently this guy, I'm being told by hate, and according to AZ Central, this guy worked for a luxury real estate firm that terminated him due to the incident. I guarantee you, had this Asian man said that to a white man, he would not have been fired. He would not have been, everybody would have been patting him on the back. But he said it to a black guy, what appeared to be a black guy, and it's a mess. Isn't that amazing? When will you stop protecting black people from their own hell? And how will they be free if you pretend you love them by protecting them from their overcoming their own misery? You don't love black people. That's not love. Why are you keep protecting black people like they're extinct animal, and eventually they're going to dissolve and fade away? There will be no more in the woods. What do you call those birds and things when the government said we got to protect those birds, you got to stop shooting them?
Conservation? Wait.
This thing, they don't want them to run out.
To go extinct.
They want them to be able to have more babies and be a whole bunch of them again, and then you start by killing them.
They're an endangered species. Is
that what you call them?
When there's too little of them, they say that they're endangered.
So the world see blacks as an endangered species?
Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know about that. About seeing them. They see them as maybe victims. Endangered species means they're about to go out. They're about to stop existing because there's so little of them.
All right. And the ones that are going out are the whites. They're endangered species. Because they've been reported in sometime in the 2030s, white people are going to be the fewer people in this country. Less white people than anything else. It's over for America then. So I want you to hear this again. Watch this. And let me know what you think. Was this guy right or wrong for this comment? And was he right or wrong to look out for his neighborhood as this black guy? What you doing over here? This is an no N-word zone. Why are you here? You up here taking pictures of the house and look like, are you going to come back and rob it? Why are you here? Oh, yeah, I'm a racist, he says. Watch this from NZ Central.
Okay, mine too. Why are you taking pictures of it?
A Scottsdale man was arrested after a viral video posted on social media showed him telling a black man that he was in a no N-word zone. Watch this from X.
This is my home.
Okay, mine too. Why are you taking pictures
Where
of
do
me?
you live?
I live in Scottsdale. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Michigan plates?
Yeah. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Well, you know what? We've had problems here.
I don't care. You don't know me. Why are you taking pictures of me? And I don't know you. Do you know a lot of white men are doing racist things in this world, sir?
No.
You don't know that? You're not aware
I'm
of
a
that?
racist.
You are a racist.
I'm a racist.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay? So
what's
what's the
your
issue?
point? Why are you here?
Because this is a no zone.
Not really.
Oh, is it?
Not really, sir.
Tell me.
There's not a not zone. I'm here. And what I'm about to do, I do. I stay here. What I'm about to do,
yeah.
Me and my friend, we about to record our video.
Okay.
And you not gonna do a motherfucking thing about it. Y'all hear me?
That's fine.
I'll tell you what.
I wonder how that conversation ended. I'm gonna have to watch the whole thing. You notice how when that man said he was a racist, right? And this is a no end zone. The anchor came out of the black man. What the? Drop your anger, folks. If it's true that this man got fired for saying that, it's so unfortunate. Because this guy is from the old school. He's from the golden era. I'm a racist. This is an N-word zone. No N-word zone. You're not welcome here, sir. We've been having trouble in our neighborhood. We don't want that. We don't want that in our neighborhood. Take that mess back over to the black neighborhood. Take your mess. Don't bring it over here. And I know the blacks have been taught to take this stuff to the suburbs. And now they're doing it. And the fact that if it's true that he was arrested, the Asian guy, that's unlawful. That's wrong. Over a conversation. And he could have had that same conversation with a white man, it wouldn't have been a problem. This is a no white zone. No problem. Double standard in America? Yes. Unfortunate? Yes. And black people at some point, need to tell these white people and these liberal whites especially, we don't need you to look out for us anymore, white people. We can make it on our own as individuals. What do you think I want to know. Human beings are evil. Ain't no such thing as a good human being. It ain't true. Except for those men and women of all races who are working on themselves to overcome evil. And anyone that has anger is evil. That's why you have the anger. The anger is evil, is hatred. And you have no love. And it's in you. It's not, you can't blame somebody else for bringing it out of you. If it wasn't in you, it can come out of you. It's in you. And you can overcome anger. All you have to do is drop it. Just drop it, and it'll be done. And you'll be free. Let me go to George, a first-time caller out of Illinois. George, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
How you doing, Jesse? I love your content.
Thank
you. I wanted to call based on my mother not having she didn't have a father figure, and also I did not. My father was in and out of prison, and so she picked losers, and yeah. So and then she's always asking me, oh, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? So as a 21-year-old, I'll be 22 this month, but as a 21-year-old male, how am I supposed to deal with a 54-year-old woman that thinks that I'm her father?
And are you living with her?
I am.
And why are you still living with her?
Because, I got fired. I've been applying for jobs. I've been selling on Facebook Marketplace and Poshmark and all types of stuff like that, trying to make money to help pay the bills.
Have you?
Yeah.
First, what I want to recommend for you, I want to encourage you to do is just go and find yourself a real job, McDonald's or anywhere, and start saving your money.
Right.
So you can get out of there.
Yeah.
Because she's not gonna stop treating you like you're her husband as long as you put up with it and as long as you're around her. You got to get away from her.
I don't want to be better.
That's right. Have you forgiven her for what she's done to you?
Oh, yes, I have. I have forgiven. I love my mom to death.
Did you tell her you forgave her for what she done to you?
I have not.
I thought you said you love her to death and that you have forgiven her. How you forgave her if you're not told her?
Jesse, it's complicated. Like, but
hold on for me. Can you hold for a minute?
Yes, sir.
Hold on, George. Let me take a quick break. I'm going to go quickly back to George. And George is 21, living with his mother. Hey, George?
Yes, sir.
Put your phone thing on mute.
Oh, put it on mute?
Well, put the show on mute. We can hear the show in the background.
Oh, okay. I put the show on mute.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say was, all right, other than that, yeah, I do forgive my mom, but also...
Did you tell her?
Huh?
Did you tell your mother, I'm sorry for resenting you for what you've done to me?
I have not, but I've forgiven her for the things that she's done. I didn't say,
If you love her, why haven't you gone to her and forgiven her? Why did you tell her that?
I forgave her.
Why do you tell her, though? God said that you should go, for us to go to the person that you're angry at and apologize for being angry at them. They couldn't help themselves, and God will forgive you. And that's what love is. In order to
Right.
get your courage, you're gonna have to face your mother.
Right. And that's something I'm gonna work towards, and I'm gonna do. But also, Jesse, I got a question to ask you. I got a cousin out of Dallas, and he's a white dude. I'm mixed, but he's a white dude, and he's married or not married. He's with a Mexican girl, and her parents are illegal immigrants. They've been in this country for over 30 years, and they got kids and stuff like that. And she made, like, he said he wasn't gonna vote. She said, I'm gonna make you. She's like, you better vote or I'm gonna break up with you. So basically, she made him vote, like, for Kamala. And he was a Trump supporter. I'm like, but.
And so your question about that is what?
My question is, like, how do I talk to him to stop being a sackless, godless person?
The way you talk to him about that is by not talking to him about it, because you're no different. You still live with your mama. You're afraid to go to your mother and forgive her. You don't have a job and doing your own thing. I would recommend you take your eyes off of him and totally put them on you and work on you so that you could become a living example for him. Because he going through the same, he had the same kind of mother you have. He had the same kind of weak father you have. So you should not focus on him at all and just work on you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you're being a beta. You won't even go to your mother and tell her, I'm sorry for resenting you for what you have done to me. You weakened me.
I mean, I shouldn't be sorry. I should forgive her, like you said. But I'm not sorry for what she's done.
No, you're sorry for resenting her. I mean, you're wrong. You're wrong for resenting her because by being angry at her, she's controlling you. You're afraid of her. When you're afraid of someone, it's because you hate them.
I don't hate my mother. I mean,
anger is hatred.
It is.
So you got your work cut out for you, but as far as this cousin of yours, you stay out of their business and just work on you. And then your cousin may see that one day and he'll be like, George, how were you able to overcome all that? And you'll be able to point him to the Father, to God, and he'll find his way. But for now, you got to work on you.
Yeah.
So you get your job, go get a job, working anywhere, cutting grass, picking cotton, feeding the cows, or working at McDonald's, 2 or 3 jobs, and quietly do the silent prayer, but you got to forgive your mother, apologize for resenting her, meaning I'm wrong for resenting your mother. I realize you can't help yourself. And so that you can start living, and everything's going to work out for you, and you will influence other people who know you. They have seen you overcome. You'll be able to point the way for them as well, all right?
Yeah, but also, how do I, like, okay, so I live with my mom, and she's always asking me to, is this okay? Is that okay? Because she didn't have a father figure in her life. And now she wants me to play daddy and husband. And that's crazy.
Right.
To me.
It is. And so you want to know how to what?
I want to know how to let her know how to let her take accountability and me take accountability as a 21-year-old man. I'm grown, I mean, so.
Well, when she asks you those things, you just tell her, stop asking me that. I'm not your husband.
That's exactly what I tell her. And that's exactly what I said. I said, I'm not your daddy. I'm not your husband. And she's like, I know you're not my husband. Whoop-de-woo. And it's like,
And now you got to drop the anger. And then you got to move away from her, man. Go live your life. You should not be living with your mother at the age of 21. You should have moved out at 18 and no later than 19. But you got to take responsibility for yourself now. You got to get a job, get your own place, and just tell your mother how the cow ate the cabbage. But don't be angry. You got to drop the anger.
I do.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
What's the silent prayer?
Go to rebuildingtheman.com/prayer. And I want you to start, I recommend you start doing that, all right?
Yeah.
And that way you can start, God, the light of God will bring you out of your imagination, out of your thoughts. And you start seeing things a little clearer and a little clearer. And you'll just kind of move through life with an amazing life. But you got to be aware that you're not those thoughts. All thoughts are all lies all the time.
Yeah.
So start doing the silent prayer here, and I'm going to have to run, but start doing the silent prayer. Forgive your mother. She cannot help herself. Her mother screwed her up. Her daddy didn't protect her from her. Where's your daddy?
My dad has been in and out of prison, and so basically she latched onto a piece of crap.
Oh, okay.
And
all right.
So they known each other since the 90s. I was born in 2002, right after he got out of prison after 8 years. And she's like, I could change him. It's like, no, you can't. So it's like, just because she had a screwed up childhood, like she got to bring that on me.
Right. But
you
now
know, like,
you can.
But I'm not. Go ahead, sir.
But now you can overcome it. You got to work on you.
Right.
Do the silent prayer,
right.
And then go get yourself a job. And if she try to ask you, oh, do what about this, what about that, just say, hey, I don't want you to talk to me about these things anymore. But don't be angry. And you quietly move out once you find your place and just start living your life, all right?
Yeah, and one more thing, Jesse. I'm sorry. I've talked to her about like me starting my own family, and she's talking about, well, what about me? You won't forget about me. And that's in the female nature to be narcissistic. And what about me? What about me? Abortion. What about me? You know, I didn't ask to be born.
Right. When she says that, just say, you got to take care of you, mother. You're not my problem. When I start my own family, I'm not going to be around for you. I'm going to be around for my wife and my kids. And don't argue with her about it, and don't keep talking to her about it. You make it clear, and then you'll be done with the conversation.
Yeah.
And make sure you drop the anger. You got to drop the anger, all right?
Yes, sir.
Let me know how it goes.
All right, Jesse. Love you, man. Jesus loves you. God bless you, man. You know.
Thank you. And you stay with her. You got to work on you now. Take your eyes off your friends, your cousin, your mama, and just work on you, George.
And stop being a beta.
Yeah, that's right. Stop being a beta. You don't want to be a beta male. All right?
I don't want to be a beta male.
Right.
But yes, sir.
Let me know how it goes, all right?
All right, Jesse.
All right, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate you, brother.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Absolutely. Amazing. Let me go quickly to the busy phone here. Michael, first time out of Tennessee. Michael, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
How you doing, Jesse? I got a quick question.
Okay.
So if someone start a conflict with you, you can tell that they're trying to make themselves your enemy, and you end up falling into that and like going along and judging that person. When you realize that's what you're doing, do you have to go to them and like forgive like what you do your parents, or can you just realize it and let that be that and keep moving on?
You can just see that you're judging them, and seeing it will change by itself. You don't need to go to them.
All right. Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was thinking the same thing. But you know, the thoughts kind of had me like, because when I thought of that, I'm thinking like, I don't need to do all that. But the thoughts like, oh, that's just your pride. But I know that's just thoughts.
Right.
I want to make sure with you.
Yeah, no, you don't need to do it. You want to see, and once you see what's going on inside of you, seeing it, which is the light of God, will destroy the imagination, the thoughts, because the thoughts are just lying to you. They are evil.
Yeah.
Have you forgiven your mother?
Yeah, I have.
You went to her?
Yeah.
How did it go?
When I did it, she didn't say anything. She just looking at me, but it went good though. It was for me.
Yeah.
And I'm able to speak up to her. Now, we really don't talk much now, but I'm able to, just be me with her and my dad.
Right on. And so prior to forgiving her, were you able to be yourself around her, with her beforehand, or no?
I thought I was myself, but I guess I was always like her, like a child state with her. Like,
yes.
I was never like but now I talk to her like a grown, like I talk to anybody else really. I really don't have that fear with her or my dad anymore. I used to have it with both of them, but now I can easily just tell them what's up. Me and my dad still, go ahead.
You and your father what?
Me and my dad still, we still good though. We talk kind of regularly.
Right on.
And it ain't nothing like no problems with me and my mom. It's just like we just don't talk as much now that happened.
Yeah, you don't need mama in the way you thought you needed her when you're in the fallen state.
Yeah.
You make a point in that now that you've forgiven your parents and you have no fear or anger with them, you're not going to fear anyone else in the world. And no matter what they say about you, how they turn on you, whatever happened, you're not going to have any fear at all. You'll be free.
And with this, yeah, I feel that. And with this, this person, like I don't know, I can tell I kind of really got into my thoughts about it because I was just like, man, this, like, they would be I can just tell they was just like, I don't know, it was just weird to me. And I was just like, yeah, this dude, bitch, like, he's just weird. Like, he just acting weird. And the B word ain't a cuss word, right?
Not in my eyesight. I've never known that the word bitch would consider a cuss word. Growing up in the good old days, it only meant a female dog. And so, and when a woman was acting out, it was understood by women and men that woman was acting like a mad female dog.
Yeah, and I could just see that I was wrong. Like in my mind, every time I go to work, I would just be like, man, this. But I could just see like, man, I shouldn't be doing that, because it was making me feel like I just feel like I was on his level now, like doing that.
When you were judging him?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because what human beings don't know, and it's so crazy they don't know it, but I understand it, is that when you judge others, you're really judging yourself. The fire that is burning inside of you because anyone that's judged is burning. And that's why you felt like you were on his level because it was happening to you. You were destroying yourself, thinking that you were judging him, but it was really happening to you.
Yeah, that do make sense now because it brought on conflict in myself, and really what he was trying to do, like he would be being like weird, and it didn't really bring on conflict at first until I like played into it, and that's when the conflict kind of came into me.
Absolutely.
And it's weird because he could do what he want to do, and like there's no conflict there, even though he's trying to make it like that. But it's like when I fell into it, that's when the conflict kind of came. It was interesting to see that like conflict really don't exist until you kind of play into it.
Absolutely, man. Amazing. This is why I have been trying to encourage people to know themselves, because what human beings don't know, and I realize that now, is that every problem that they have is in them. It's not outside of them, it's inside of them. But because they're blind and can't see, they think it's outside and they think someone else is doing it. But It's really inside of them. And there are evil people who will try to bring problem up on you because they're miserable and they want you in hell with them so they can feel a false sense of life. But it's all inside of you. And that it's good that you see that and just keep eyes on you. Watch those thoughts. Don't call them you. It's only going to get better. Become clearer and clearer and clearer.
I appreciate it, Jesse. And I start HVAC. I'm about to start school for HVAC on December 9th.
Right on.
And I'm just kind of now just really. I'm doing good now, but I'm just getting everything together, and I appreciate you. I've been listening since I say 2019, 2020, something like that. You helped me a lot, like for life. Everything is just like peaceful, and I just go through things now. I still, like go through things like this situation here, but I can see that I'm on the right kind of track, kind of.
Absolutely. And I want you to know, and if you stay with this, and you will notice for sure. I promise you, promise you this. You're going to see that everything it seems like you're going through is not you. It's not happening to you. It's only in the mind. It's not even happening to you at all. It's just that you have been so associated, one, with the imagination. You thought it was you. And so those thoughts and emotion felt like you. The anger felt like you, or the fear felt like you, or the happiness felt like you. But you're going to see that it was never you. It's going to be amazing. So stay with it, all right?
All right.
And congratulations on your new training job.
Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate it.
All right. How old are you?
27.
Right on. Stay with it, Michael. Stay with it. Stay with it.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
All right. Talk to you later.
Okay. See that you can wake up if you want to, folks, and your enemy will surround you. Your family member will turn on you. Your own mama will build an army against you. Your so-called friends, your wife, your husband will build an army, will turn on you. Your enemy will surround you. And yet, you will remain untouched. That is so deep and so true, I can hardly stand it. I didn't know that. And since if you don't believe me, get to know you. Really get to pay attention to what's happening inside of you. Or you can watch Donald Trump. Or you can read the history of Jesus. Same thing. Same thing. The same state that Jesus was in and is in, you could be in it too, right here on earth. And so I was thinking about the Great White Hope, observing because of he's building this team right now to make America great again. And I was thinking of Donald Trump as to how Donald Trump's enemies surrounds him. They're all around him. Donald Trump enemies surrounds him, and yet he remains untouched. Have you noticed? Have you had that little space between you and the Great White Hope so you can recognize him and you can see that of all the things and all the enemies that he has, that he remained untouched. Donald Trump enemies surrounds him, but yet they surround all around him, and yet he remains untouched. Have you heard that somewhere before? And I'm wondering, can you live the same way? Your enemies can be all around you, surround you, and yet you remain untouched. No, you can't. You're down and out with the first enemy. You lose the first battle, so ain't no way you're going to win the second one. And think about what the Great White Hope has gone through just in this election term when they were running. All type of court cases. Fake or real, but they were court cases. Every time you looked around, they had Donald Trump in court. He just went through that unfazed, untouched. He kept his mind on the prize, winning the race. Are you able to keep your mind on the prize, winning the race? No, you're not. You give up at the first little, oh, this is too hard. This ain't too long. This is too painful. When will this all end? You're whining even before the race starts. Donald Trump went through all kinds of court cases, right? One after another. And the people who were accusing him were celebrating that Donald Trump going to jail. Oh, one lady, female, black, ran her own campaign against Donald Trump. Some stupid so-called DA out of New York. And yet, Donald Trump remained and is remaining untouched. Can you live like that? Can you go through life remaining untouched, though your enemies are all around you, have all surrounded you? So Donald Trump, gone through those trials things, untouched. He kept his eyes on the prize. Donald Trump had one full assassination attempt, and then another one, but it was stopped before he could get too far. And yet, he remained untouched. Donald Trump was called Hitler. Some stupid women accused him. Every kind of name, every kind of thing, yet he remains untouched. Can you go that way? Can you live that way? Think about your little life. You got a little life going on around you. You ain't got no government stuff going on, right? And you start working on yourself, and one or two people can come around and say something negative about you, it's over. You're ready to give up and hide, or you're ready to give up and cry, or you're ready to give up in fear, or ego, or what about my reputation, my job, my this and my that? Your enemies surround you, one or two, not even many, and it's over for you. Donald Trump has been accused every awful name that you can call a person around the world, not just in America, by his enemies around the world, governmental enemies, media, and some non-governmental and media people. Yet, he remains untouched. I want you to know, and look at him now, he's still just Donald Trump doing Donald Trump. His eyes is on the prize. It appears that Donald Trump is ready to endure to the end, in spite of who turned against him, in spite of what they say about him, true or false, in spite of the name calling, in spite of threatening to take his money, threats against his family. Look at him, he's still Donald Trump. Eating at McDonald's. I want you to know, if you wanted it, you can have that same life. The same state that Donald Trump is in, you could have it too if you want it. The same state that Christ was in and is in, you can have it too. But you got to put your eyes on you. You can read the Bible till the cows come home, black and blue in the face. You can quote scriptures until your intellect is run out of intellect room. You can believe Jesus is God and get the whole everybody to agree with you that Jesus is God. Or you can believe that you have a free will until the cows come home. Your enemy will come along and blow you out of the water. Because believing all those things, you still have fear. You still have jealousy. You still have strife, revenge. You still judge. Not only do you judge others, you're still judging yourself, all in the name, all in the word. Oh, but you have all these beliefs. And those beliefs has not, is not, will not do you any good. Your enemy will surround you, and it'll be over for you. Just like that. I would recommend you pay attention to Donald Trump. Have a little space. Don't make him your God. Don't make him your hero. Because in Donald Trump's eye, he's just Donald Trump dealing with life, the issues of life. And so can you if you want it. But you got to stop blaming. Anyway, you got to forgive your mama and your daddy. It's been reported Donald Trump was close to his father. If you don't love your earthly father, you're not going to even love God. No matter how many words you read, how many scriptures you read. You can read the Revelation. There are people really reading Revelation and they wait for that to happen. It has already happened. And yet, they're touched, they're angry, they're judgmental. Their enemies surround them and they're wiped out. Why don't you question that? There are literally Christians and atheists too, Allah Abba people, and some Jewish people, and maybe a whole lot of Jewish people, and Mormons and Mongolas and Nicaraguas. They do not believe. Just think about this. Just think about this one. Smoke on it. They do not believe that you can have perfect peace on earth. Christ said you can. They read that I came that you may have peace and perfect peace. But they don't believe it. They, oh no, I'm just human. I'm not perfect. I gotta wait till I get to heaven. You ain't going to heaven. You're gonna be right where you are now in hell. Christ came that you may have perfect peace. Look at Donald Trump. Can you see that he has perfect peace? Donald Trump is surrounded by Donald Trump's enemies surrounds him, but yet he remains untouched. All around him.
Because we are to see God in each other who is invisible. So I mention that to you because I see that you have images of apparently Jesus Christ on your very wonderful website that you
I have
are
one
so blessed by.
I have one.
What now?
I have one here too. Hold on, an image of Jesus.
All right, but
basically, all I've done is keep my promise.
That's an image of Jesus too. Let me go to KENDRA, a first-time call out of California. KENDRA, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hey, KENDRA. Is it KENDRA or KENDRA?
KENDRA.
And they have KENDRA, welcome to the show. You're on the air. They had your name spelled wrong and everything up here for me. Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out how to go through the ego death without with being okay. And I'm wondering how to not show it to the world or my family.
Are you? Why are you concerned about? What is causing you to be concerned about that right now?
Because I'm just trying to get through it.
Are you going through that now?
Lashing out, yeah.
And how do you know that you're going through the ego death now?
I've been going through it for a while, and I hadn't realized it. I've been down and out, wondering why I'm down and out, and doing the silent prayer every morning and every night, and even making time to do it throughout the day. And this thing, whatever you want to call it, a demon, an evil spirit, it wants to fight with my husband. It wants to tear my kids apart. It wants me to kill myself. And I've tried sitting and letting it go, and it does pass, but it's still, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know.
And so your question for me is what?
How do I keep it together without showing that I'm going through it and allowing the hell to come out on my kids or on my husband?
And how do you let it come out on your kids? By doing what?
By lashing out on them.
Oh, okay.
Like verbally.
And why are you crying right now?
Fear. I don't reach out for help. I don't allow people to see me like this, or I try not to.
Right.
Calling you is huge. So I'm trying to face the fear of just doing it.
And good, you should, absolutely. And who is crying?
This thing in my body.
And so you know that you're not crying, right?
Yeah, I do.
It's the spirit of evil crying in you, right?
Yeah.
Right. So here's how you go through it. You go through it just by seeing it and doing nothing about it. You live in it. You go to sleep in it. You wake up in it. You drive in it. You eat in it. You live in it. And it'll be taken away from you. Just don't call it you. And they'll be like, oh, Lord, why is this so hard? This. And all the tears, when you cry, you're lying because there is no you. And those are the spirit that's crying in you. It's all fake. So just relax and live with it. This is exactly what God is trying to save you from, that old nature, which is evil. It's not you at all. It's not you that's having the thoughts. It's not you that's feeling the pain. It's not you at all that's crying the tears. Just relax. And if you happen to go off, try not to, of course. Hey, kids, I'm wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm wrong. But don't make a big deal of it. And I promise you, you'll be fine. Just live with it.
Yeah.
You know how the women be talking about, oh, I got cancer. Oh, I got the cancer. And then they go out and start a movement with cancer. Instead of just living with it and overcome it, they reach out for help by starting a I survived cancer. Dumb. Because they just want somebody to feel sorry for them. They want to be a victim. They want the thrill of having cancer and let the world know they got it. They for the thrill. So just live with it. Don't call it you. And I promise you'll be fine. You'll be. One day it just won't be there anymore. It'll be gone. The light of God will have saved you from that. I present you, brothers. I ask you, brothers, to present your bodies. Beseech you, brothers and sisters, to present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. Meaning, bring all that stuff to Him. Relax in it. Go through the valley of the shadow of death, and you'll be fine. Really, have no fear.
Yeah, I've done this before, and I went through it, and I could tell, I could see this thing in my dreams. It was like it was being exposed, and it could no longer hide from me.
Beautiful.
And but now, the next level boss came, so to speak, and I'm just wondering, does it get worse next time?
I totally understand the question. One that you should not ask, but since you asked, don't worry about that. The one thing I can tell you that because the light is shining on the darkness, and yes, you can now see by the light, you're seeing the darkness, right? The darkness, which is evil in the imagination and emotions, they're going to they're going to scream at you, they're going to yell at you, they're going to tell you it's not working, they're going to tell you, oh, this is too hard, this is taking too long, this is not the way to be, this is a waste of time. And the reason that they're telling you all that is because they want you to think it's you, and they don't want to die. But Christ said, if you want a life, you're going to have to give up a life. And this is the life that you're giving up. The ego life, the false life, the not you life. It's all evil spirits. And if you just relax, and they're going to scream, and they're going to have a fit because they can't handle the light, one day they'll be gone. You won't even know when, why, or how, but you know you're free. But so just hang in there with it, live with it, and when the devil say, how long is it going to take? Just know that's not you saying that, and you'll be fine. That's those spirits screaming in your imagination, how long, because they don't want to leave your body. They want to be with you. And because they live in human beings, that's why human beings are so evil. Their nature, their hearts are wicked because they have this wrong nature. They have the spirit of evil. But they're going to have to leave you. Stay with it.
Yeah, there's just no option of giving up.
Right. Absolutely. Have a made-up mind. I'm going all the way through this, no matter what. I'm going to the end. If it takes a lifetime, I'm not going back. I'm not going to look to the left or the right. If I lose everybody and everything, I'm still going to the end. I'm going to endure to the end. And you will get the prize, I promise.
Okay. Well, thank you.
And call me again. I love the fact that in the fear you called anyway. That's how you do it. And so even in the fear, the shadow of death, because that's what you're going through, you stay with it anyway. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Because it is dying, not you. You're receiving life. It is dying. You're going to have real life now instead of the fake life.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
I wish you well. Let me know how it goes, all right?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Amazing. Let me go to California and talk to ASKARI. What? ASKARI. ASKARI, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, Jesse?
All is well.
So, I just wanted to get off my chest this morning.
Uh-huh.
I had a question. I had a family member that recently reached out. Let me just add some context. Make a long story short. So I cut off, all my family. I stopped dealing with them because, after forgiving my mother and my father, and I realized that they just didn't have a place in my life, right?
Okay.
So I changed my number. I stopped talking to everybody, and there's only one person that they can get a hold of me through, right? And so I was contacted by this person yesterday, and they told me, your sister called. She said Big Ma is in Big Ma in hospice, and your stepdad got cancer in his bladder, something like that. And I'm thinking, like, why would she call me when I clearly let them know I said my goodbyes, everything, and I'm not dealing with them anymore? Why would she think it's okay to call me like this? She think I was joking, And it's like, I just wonder, do I owe anybody anything, and what did Jesus mean when he said, "Let the dead bury the dead"?
Number one, when she said that to you, why didn't you ask her that? Why are you calling me? I don't have anything to do with y'all now. Why are you calling me? Why didn't you ask her that?
Well, the contact came through someone mutual that we know. They contacted her on the Instagram.
But still, why do this contact, however they contacted her to get to you, she had to know that you didn't want anything to do with them. That's why they contacted her. Why do you ask her, why are you contacting me when you know you shouldn't be? Why do you say that to her?
Oh, I see. Oh, because at the moment I kind of got caught up in the thought of Big Mom being down, like that, and all the memories.
And all the memories?
Yeah, like growing up, her cooking and being married, like when I was a kid, running around.
And so your question for me now is what?
Just if I owed him anything, and what Jesus meant when he said let the dead bury dead. Because here's the thing, is moving forward, I'm sure there'll be a time, God willing, I'll wake up another day that someone else gonna die. My mama gonna be getting ready to die. Somebody else gonna be dying if I'm not dying, right? So it's like they don't understand that when I cut ties, I just kind of like walked away from all that. I already accepted the fact that everybody would, be dying. We all gonna die, right?
What makes you think they don't understand? They do understand, and they still try to control you. They don't care what you want; it's what they want.
Oh, I see.
What do you mean they don't understand? They do understand that.
Right. So then that's just a ploy to try to get me back in the loop.
What it is, they still try to control you. As far as Big Mama dying and stepdaddy got whatever cancer, you still have to, don't hate, don't be angry at them, but you got to do what you want to do, live your life. If you want to go visit, you go visit. If you don't. If you want to call.
Right.
If you don't, but just don't be angry. You have to be of love and not of hate.
Right. And I think by me, standing on firm on not dealing with them anymore, I think that it really speaks volumes. Like, hopefully, my sister, she takes that in. Like, hopefully she sees it. But I don't want it to be like, it's not an ego thing. It's just, the light that I'm being shown is taking me to a direction where, God is kind of, the closer I get to the light, it's showing me the lesser people I need in my life.
Right.
And
why are you hoping this for your sister? Don't hope that for your sister. Your sister may love her hell, and you're hoping that she come out of hell, but you shouldn't hope that for her.
Right. I see.
You have to let people live the life that they want to live without any thought, feelings, or idea about their life at all. You see, God leave people in their hell until they want to come out, right?
Right.
And he can change everybody right now if he wanted to, but he don't, because he leave you in your hell. He's not going to impose love or anything upon you if you don't want it. So don't be hoping that for your sister either. You just live your life.
Right. Yeah, because it was like when she told me, I was like, there was all this stuff that I know is not real. All these thoughts just started flooding, like all these memories when I was younger, and like, you know, my stepfather, you know, there was a lot that I learned from him growing up, you know, and it's like, and then I was thinking, my main question for you was like, I was like, man, I want to call Jesse about this, because like I felt what it felt like is I owed something to them.
No, it's just
That's
a
what it was.
memory.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
memory, and that's the problem. People get involved in memories, which are just thoughts, and then those emotions come with those thoughts, and now they feel like, oh, I gotta go help grandma, I gotta go help big
Right.
daddy. But all you're having is memories. That's not reality now.
Right.
And when
100%. Yeah, because
Big Mama was cooking bread, she was supposed to make the bread for you. You were the child, she was the parent.
Yeah.
It's just memory. And people operate on memory. Oh, I love that person, love me, I should love her, they love me. That's not the reality now. All you have is right now. Memories are just thoughts that doesn't even exist. That's why you're supposed to live in the present instead of living in the memories of thoughts.
Yeah, because now that you say that, I see it in the present. It's like it's a setup.
Right, and all you.
Because that's not that.
Go ahead.
Well, it's a setup, because once I show up, it's not just that. It's
Right.
gonna be everybody else coming up. How you been, baby? How you doing? I ain't seen you in so long. And it's that whole thing, like, you know, with family you ain't seen no one. Oh, and you know, now everybody, well, what you doing now? Where you working at?
Right.
Oh, you got you a little job now? I'm like, I don't want.
No, God just said, Christ came to divide, not to unite. Divide evil from good, right? And that's when Christ said, let the dead bury the dead, he meant people who can't see. Those who have anger are dead. They're walking around, they're breathing, but they're dead. They don't have life. Anyone that has life is dead. And so he's telling let other unconscious people bury unconscious people. You don't have to be a part of that.
Wow, that's amazing, Jesse.
Oh, amazing.
I appreciate that.
All right, but do what you want. Just don't be angry, all right? Read or heard.
All right.
All right. Before I go back to the phone, I want to ask, what's up with Britney Spears? There's a woman, a female by the name of Britney Spears. She used to be a singer or something like that, a rapper or something. And she's been tripping for a while. And at one time, I remember her father had control of her, meaning he controlled her finance and everything. And she fought, along with some members of the public, to take control away from the father and give it back to her. And she's been tripping. She's still tripping, it appears. What's up with Britney? This is from AS TV, AS TV. Britney Spears asserts she is turning 5 years old, right? Instead of 42. And in the news report, they said she's 43, not even 42. But she said, I'm turning 5 years old. She's mentioned in kindergarten in a surprise statement. Everybody, why y'all surprised? What the? Watch this. Somebody.
But anyways, it's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year. I'm turning 5 years old, and I have to go to kindergarten tomorrow. Baby strawberry, a very, very cute baby cake that my friend. It really kind of hurts my feelings that the paparazzi make my face look like I'm wearing like a white Jason mask. It doesn't even look like me. They've always been incredibly cruel to me. The paparazzi in pictures and the way they've illustrated me to be in some of it. I know I'm not perfect at all by any means, but some of it is extremely mean and cruel. And that's why I've moved to Mexico.
Does that sound like a demon baby voice coming out of her? Do you hear the demon in her? It sounds like, to me, I could be wrong, And hate is saying it sounds like him. It sounds like a demon baby to her too. You have all kind of spirit. Every human being, except for those who are now working on themselves, are two hoops and a holler from becoming Britney Spears. Every human being. You have the same demons in you. You have so many spirits in you that it's not even funny. With all kind of names. Some demons are called depression. Some demons are called mentally ill. Some demons are called anger. Some demons are called happy. Some demons are called fear. Some demons are called suicidal thoughts. Some are called loneliness. Some are called whatever, right? But they're all demons. Every human being, unless you're truly working on yourself now, are two hoops and a holler for becoming Britney Spears. In your mind, you think you're turning 5 years old and you get ready for kindergarten. It's the same spirit, folks. Somebody need to tell Britney to drop that anger. She got to forgive so the light of the Father can bring her out of her imagination. She's living in hell, unless she's doing some mighty good acting right now. And she could be doing that as well for attention. Who knows? What the same spirit that was controlling Jeffrey Dahmer is controlling Britney Spears and every human being. That's why God said you must be born again. I wish her well. Whether she's acting or not, I wish her well. Let me go quickly to Maria out of New York. It's Open Line Friday. Maria, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Maria. Hi, happy Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, Maria.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes, I just wanted to call because get it off my chest, kind of that I've been watching you for like almost 2 years now, and on and off, mostly on. But anyway, I don't know why I get like nervous when I call.
Relax.
Yeah.
Take a breath.
I don't know why. Okay, so I forgave my mom and my grandmother almost around that time when I had first called you a while ago, and I forgave them both. And I started to see things clearly, and I started to see the truth and a lot of the right things. And I felt like that was good, and I thought I was there. And then I started to feel like I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so I started to work on me, and everything was good. And then then I started to see a lot of things that were bad. And I heard you mention on the show a few days back that you sometimes, if you're not ready, maybe you shouldn't start this.
Maybe you shouldn't start if you're not ready for this journey.
Right, because I did start it and then I did stop. And you were 100% right when I was watching you, and you said if you do that, you get worse.
Yes. Because you go back into your hell, and when you go back into hell, it's way worse than the hell that you're leaving.
Yeah, so I started to get like really bad mood swings, and then I started to really say and act in ways I've never acted or behaved before.
Yes.
And so I just the thing is, I want to work on myself, and I guess there is a fear of it, and I know it's the devil talking to me, saying that in my head, that it's scary,
right?
Or maybe it is scary. I don't know, because you have to go through a lot of stuff. Remember, you always said you have to go through your hell to get out.
Right. You got to go right. You got to, in order to get to heaven, you must go through hell.
Okay. My thing is that I guess it feels safer for me, and I think that it feels safer for me.
What feels safer?
to remain in the hell I know
Okay.
than go through something I don't know what I'm going to go through. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what's happening. Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest that I've been watching you and I forgave my mom and my grandma. And honestly, with that, when people behave a certain way to me and things like that, I mean, that has gotten so much better. Like, I'm able to see that they can't help themselves, and I get like that myself, and I can't help myself.
Right.
So I am able to really not feel the anger or pain from that because of the forgiveness, you know, and I realized a lot through that. The silent prayer, that was the challenge for me. When I started to do that, I guess I was going through things and seeing things, and I don't know. So like I said before, it was unfamiliar. So I think I just stayed in what was familiar at this point. So, yeah. Anyway, I had a question.
Okay, your question for me is what?
When you said on the fellowship church,
Yes.
I think it was not this week, last week, you said about letting go of your morals. What does that mean exactly? Because morals, I was told, was a good thing to have morals.
Do you have morals?
I thought I had morals, yeah.
And what good has it done you to have them?
Well, no, I think it kept me out of trouble, to tell you the truth.
Out of what kind of trouble?
Like, I had morals not to, you know, I guess, I don't want to, it's not a pride. All right, I had morals, for instance, not to sleep around too much when I was younger. You know what I'm saying?
What is too much?
No. I mean, I'm married now. I've been with my husband since I'm 19.
But you slept around.
But not really. No, I didn't.
And you ain't sleep around at all with your morals?
My morals? No, I did. I did sleep with somebody out of wedlock, and then my husband out of wedlock. But my morals was...
good? Oh, go ahead.
My morals was not to sleep with a lot of people and be a slut.
So, what good has your moral done you?
I guess that it did me good because I didn't get anything, and I didn't stay with. I
But
didn't
if
get
you
pregnant
slept with one, you were a slut.
Yeah, okay, I guess you're right.
So
but there is people out there that have morals. They don't sleep until they get married. That's a moral, no?
What good has your moral done you?
Well, it kept me out of jail. I didn't steal.
What good has your moral done you?
It's kept me out of jail.
But it didn't stop you from being angry. Your morals.
Right. No.
They didn't
And
stop
right, with
you
anger,
from,
I could have went to jail on more than one occasion.
your morals didn't stop you from judging.
No.
Your morals didn't stop you from having fear.
Right.
Your morals didn't stop you from being lonely.
Right.
Your
so am I
morals
seeing this
didn't
clearly?
stop you from having sex out of wedlock.
So am I seeing it clearly then?
So
that you're saying
what good has your moral done you?
that's true?
No, that was a question.
No, not really well at all. Kept still in hell. Still in hell, just not pregnant by different daddies, I guess.
And so what good, why are you holding on to something called moral when they only enslave you?
I guess, yeah. I'm holding on to it because it makes you a little better in hell, I guess. So you feel better in hell.
You
about
feel
yourself.
better in hell with your morals?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's what it is. And that's really just a pride thing maybe, or something that's not really meaningful. So, but one more question then. If you, are you saying that if you'll already know what's right and wrong and you don't need the morals?
But why would you hold on to something that only enslave you?
Does it enslave you? I don't know.
I said it only enslaved you. Your morals have not made you free. They have only enslaved you. Every human being with morals are enslaved. They're not free.
I thought it was just the anger that makes you enslaved.
But if you have moral, you wouldn't have anger.
Oh, if they were real, I understand. If they were true, I think you're saying. I think I understand. If it was really the truth.
Can you have morals and judge your fellow man?
No, I just thought that you can have morals that are right, and I mean some that are right. Some morals you do go by, and some that you don't. Unfortunately, like.
But you don't have one that's right.
Well, we could agree that you can't steal. That's on a basic level, you know.
Oh, but you can judge. Which is worse, stealing or judging?
Yeah, I guess it's still
No, that was a question.
It's worse to I think it's worse to judge, actually.
So why are you comparing stealing when you know judging is worse? God tells you not to judge at all, period. Let you be judged, and yet in your morals you judge.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, when you think about it, when I didn't steal things when I was young, I was like, oh, look, that person stole. I don't steal, at least. Yeah. And you put yourself above others, and that only hurts others and yourself.
What happened to you if you drop your morals?
I guess it's a step on working on yourself, because then you could just go in the present and see what's right and wrong.
What would happen to you if you drop your morals?
You could become free.
So then why don't you drop them then?
Yeah.
No, that was a question.
Well, I didn't understand it before. I'm understanding it by talking through. You know,
right,
women have to talk and get things off your chest. That's why I'm happy you have off your chest Friday.
And then what are you understanding about it right now?
That it's no different. Anything that you hold as a moral is the same thing. Anything I would hold as a moral is the same thing. It doesn't do me any good, because there's other things that I do that are just as bad or worse.
If you notice, people's morals are of the devil. All in the name of Jesus, they're of the devil.
True. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm happy I called, Jesse.
And what did you get from this call?
I understand the moral thing a little better, and I want to start working on myself again. I want to overcome the fear that I have inside on working on myself, like I tried last time, and I started to see things I didn't like on my husband. He doesn't work on himself, and if I see that in him, it shouldn't, but I see all this anger and resentment towards him, and I realize I'm judging him. I get it.
And yet you're a moral person.
Yeah.
You call yourself moral.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm not. I'm judging him too much. But I don't like to see the evil.
Do you like seeing it in you?
No.
Why not? How will you be free if you're not happy to see it?
Oh, yeah. When I'm working on myself, absolutely, I want to see it. Yes.
Okay.
But then when I see it in him, I want to fix him, and I know I can't.
Right? You're too moral. That's why you want to fix him. You think you're God.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'm not having faith in God, that means, at all, am I? That's not true faith. I can't just let go and live and let God take him.
You can't even let go and let God take care of you.
No, that's terrible.
You can, but you won't, or you haven't.
Yeah, because it's unfamiliar. That means yeah, you're right when you say, because I've been saying I'm Christian my whole life. I love God, I love Jesus and all that. And then it's the truth. Like, I can't even, like, oh, it's unfamiliar, so I'm going to stay where I am.
Christians are atheists.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that now. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I don't want to be. I want to believe more. I want to have more faith. So.
You don't want to have any faith. You want to know God.
I want to know God. Yeah.
People with faith are weak.
But it takes faith to step out of your comfort zone and just say, I don't know what's going to happen or what I'm going to feel like, and go forward.
People with faith are weak.
No, well, I think we're taking faith the wrong way. I think you had faith enough to go forward and seek it no matter what you were going through.
People with faith are weak. You want to know God. You want to have faith about God. Look at the people with faith. They're all wrapped up into their...
They're just, but it means to believe blindly and just go.
But they don't believe in God at all.
Right, so I have to know God.
You shall know his voice. My children shall know my voice. He didn't say my children shall have faith in my voice or all that crap. He said you would know him.
Yeah, but Jesus said about faith.
What?
I think we're misinterpreting the faith.
What did he say?
He said that if you have a faith the size of a mustard seed and you say to the mountain, it'll move, it'll move.
Meaning that because you know God. When you wake up, you start to know your Father. And that's what moves you forward. You recognize the light, and the light recognizes you. That's why when you first heard me speak, it made sense to you.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why, let me call Jesse, because this makes sense. And you started on your journey, but you fell for the lie again, you stopped your journey. Just get back on it. It's no big deal. Just don't get in your head about it. Don't let the devil tell you. It is true. When people turn away from it, they go back to their own destruction. They go back and they're doomed. But
it's worse. Oh, it's really bad when you go back to hell.
Right. But so
I mean, I'm on. Now they put me on an antidepressant and anxiety medication.
Yeah.
I said, this is,
You are Britney Spears.
Britney Spears, yeah.
You saw that when she said her birthday was coming up and she's turning 5. She getting ready to go to kindergarten. Same spirit.
Yeah, I think a lot of people messed with her in hell, though.
The same spirit.
Yeah, she was messed with, though, by the people, actual people.
All people messed with by the people.
Yeah.
It's nothing new.
Oh, but she's staying in the hell. It got to her, basically.
Yeah.
Where she is right now.
She love her hell. Okay, so I got to run.
Okay.
But listen, just get back on track. Go back to the prayer. Watch those thoughts. And keep your eyes on you and not your husband or anyone else, really.
Okay.
And
Thank you, Jesse.
drop your morals and see what happens.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Bye.
You are good to hear from you.
You too. Bye.
Bye now. Brian, a first-time call out of New Orleans. Brian, welcome to the show and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right.
Have you been naughty or nice this year?
I've been always nice. That's not character.
Nice.
That's my character.
Right on. And are you did you go ahead? What you call about?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you.
Ask.
I just want to ask you a question right quick.
Okay.
What race you think you passed for?
What?
What race you think you passed for?
I passed for none.
Yes, you do. You passed for a black person.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Why you think you don't? Why you think you don't?
I don't because I'm not
Well,
into.
let me tell you something.
No, because
let me tell you something.
because I'm
Let
not
me tell you
into the
something.
race thing. What the?
No, I gotta get into it. I gotta get
Well,
into it. I gotta get
I
into
am
it.
black
Because
on the.
I just saw your video.
I am black on the
I just saw your
inside.
video on Black Lives Matter. I just watched that.
That was
And you
amazing,
act
huh?
Huh?
That was amazing. Huh? If you can, you can
No,
hear.
it was amazing on your part.
But listen, I am black on the outside, but white on the inside.
But guess what, though?
How about
but
that?
Guess what?
How about that?
But guess what? No. But guess what, though? But guess what? You're still gonna pass for black, and guess what?
No, I'm not.
Project 2025 might get you too.
What?
Project 2025 might get you too. Like it might affect me. It might affect all of us.
Project 2025.
What's Project 2025?
Yeah,
It's going to get you. You'll find out.
Are you black?
I'm totally black. I can stand up. I can stand up to what I am.
Do you love white
I'm not
people?
afraid of it.
Do you love white
I'm
people?
not afraid of who I am.
Do you love white people?
What? Do you
love white people?
Like I say, I love everybody that come my way. Just
Do you
don't
love
treat me that way.
do you
I
love
want
white
people with the
people?
utmost
Do you love
respect.
white people?
Like I said, I love people.
How about
if they
white
like
people?
Them, I like them back.
How about white people?
Everybody. If they like them, I like
do you
them
love
back.
white people?
Do you like black people?
I love black people. Do you love white people?
I like them. I love them.
All right. Call me again, buddy. I'm out of time. Will
No,
you call
me again. You call. Wait, I ain't finished with you yet.
You
I'm
ain't
not
finished with me
you
yet? I ain't
No, I'm
done
not finished with you yet.
You
I'm not finished with you yet.
You
Now, what you say? Hold on, wait. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
And you,
what you say? What you think
gonna
don't
love
now?
me. Love me. Brian, call me again. I'm out of time. Bye.